On behalf of the Board of Education and the administration of Edward Lee McClain High School, we'd like to welcome you to McClain Field for tonight's varsity football contest featuring the Cavaliers of Chillicothe High School and your McClain High School Fighting Tigers. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course, your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Frontier Athletic Conference. The officials for tonight include at referee, Mr. Gregory Martin. The back judge, Mr. Jack Hart. The line judge for this evening, Mr. Steve Penix. The head linesman, Mr. Joshua Pettis. And the umpire this evening, Mr. Mike Derringer.
Welcome to tonight's game, everybody, to McClain Field as the McClain Tigers of Greenfield face off against the Cavaliers from Chillicothe. This is the first matchup for both teams going on tonight, and it just happens to fall on McClain's homecoming evening. So welcome again, everybody, tonight. My co-host for tonight, Mr. Jared Haynes, will be joining me. And just in case you didn't know me, I'm Mr. Nate Luke, and until Mr. Haynes gets here, I have a very special guest here to just kind of give us a quick state of the, I call it a State of the Union address, but Mr. Matt Shelton, he's going to kind of fill us in on everything that's going on in McClain. He is, of course, the principal at McClain. So, Mr. Shelton, it's really nice to have you on for a few minutes until we get to the homecoming festivities. If you would, just tell us a little bit about what's going on so far this year. How's it all going? And just give us a general update.
Sure. So it's hard to believe we're already at interims of the first grading period.
Yeah.
Feels like we just started. But, Mr. Luke, it's been a great start to the school year. Smooth start so far. I think things are a lot more normal for us.
Absolutely.
As far as, just kind of getting through, pandemic things. So good start. We have a lot of new staff members this year in the high school, and they're awesome. I mean, just excellent. So we really have a strong staff, and our freshman class is doing really well, because we're welcoming them to the high school for the first time, and they've started out well, so we're proud of them.
Won the Spirit Stick today.
They won the Spirit Stick during the pep rally, which doesn't, I don't know if
it's a bigger deal than what you might think.
Right,
so.
Yeah. They're very excited about it after school. So, but no, just, things are going well, and I'm excited to be at McClain High School.
Absolutely. What would you say so far in this short year has been kind of the one moment, maybe I don't know if you want to call it your favorite moment, but just a moment that's kind of stuck out to you?
I mean, Spirit Week in general. I sent an email to staff today just saying how awesome this week was. I thought the themes each day were very creative.
Absolutely.
And there was a lot of participation, students and staff. So the week was just really fun. The snake dance was great, smooth, went really well. I just think this week as a whole, another cool moment since you just said it made me think of it. Today I gave a tour to a 1946 graduate of McClain High School, and she was sharp. Memory was very sharp. She told me a lot of stories and talked a lot about the building, and
was she amazed at how much it's changed?
No, she didn't think it changed much.
Really?
I mean, some classrooms move and things like that, but generally, when she's looking at artwork and the maple floors on the second floor and the library, things like that, she told some really cool stories, and it was special for me too because a 1946 grad, she was a majorette. She talked about how she was out on this field, and Barney Beaver was her big part of her schooling, and so we talked about the alma mater, and it just shows how special this place is, and the history is so rich here at McClain.
Yeah, and I'll echo that. Both you and I graduated from McClain, so homecoming weeks, or whether you played football or not, or we're a participant in any sporting activities or in extracurriculars in general. Just Spirit Week, the week leading up to homecoming or even prom, is just a really cool week, whether kids like to admit it or not. Right. It's always one of those cool things to watch. So, yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, so in terms of kind of like the football season so far, what do you expect kind of going forward for the Tigers and really just athletics? And I shouldn't just limit it to football, just athletics in general. What do you kind of see coming up that maybe we didn't expect?
I think that I'm happy with our numbers. There's a lot of kids out this year, and again, not just sports, also, band numbers and Tigerettes and, the cast we just posted today for our fall play, which is Miracle on 34th Street, is huge. So, I guess involvement, engagement, and the things that we offer at McClain has been really good. I'm looking at some other schools around the area that, might not have, freshman teams and things like that, but we will. We have good numbers, and we're not one of the bigger schools. So I'm just really proud about our kids and the level of involvement, and the positive coaches and role models that are leading these extracurriculars, that are getting the kids to come out, because kids want to. They want to be with those people. So
absolutely,
I think that's when you talk about sports and extracurriculars, that's what stands out to me that I'm really proud of as principal of the school. So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's you kind of mentioned that we're halfway through the first grading period, and we're also this point in the season halfway through the football season as well. So the end of the season is going to be here before you know it.
I know. Well, golf is a week away from, you know what I mean? We're almost done with a couple sports already, so it's crazy. Time flies. Right?
Absolutely. So. It's always a really cool time of the year to be a McClain Tiger and just be a student athlete in general for many schools. So, well, Mr. Shelton, we're going to have homecoming activities here in just about a minute or so, but I just wanted to thank you real quick for coming on for just a few minutes and just giving us a quick update and giving us some of your thoughts for the opening of the school year.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me up here and for all the work you do, Brad and Nate, David. This is just an amazing live stream. You guys are awesome, so I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. All right, guys. Tigers. That was I've got to get that in. So that was Mr. Shelton, high school principal, giving us a quick update, and we are pretty much at that point in time where we will move on to homecoming festivities. So we're going to kick back and enjoy for a few minutes. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band rallies our fighting Tigers with the McClain Fight Song. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Edward Lee McClain High School Student Council, we would like to welcome you to the 2022 McClain High School Homecoming. Tonight's game will match the Cavaliers of Chillicothe High School against your McClain Tigers. Students at McClain have shown their spirit over the past week by dressing up daily in themed attire designed by the varsity cheerleaders. And Wednesday night was a very successful snake dance and bonfire held at the practice field. Today was capped off by a phenomenal pep rally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to present to you the 2022 McClain Homecoming Court. Miss Miley Lovett, your freshman attendant. Miley is escorted by senior Hayden Heiss. Miley is the daughter of Scott and Haley Lovett. She is a Tigerette and a dancer with a modern movement dance team. Miley is also a volleyball player and a track and field athlete, along with a member of the Future Farmers of America and the Drug-Free Clubs of America. Miss Miley Lovett, your freshman attendant. Miss Piper Davis, sophomore attendant. Piper is escorted tonight by senior Joshua Brakefield. Piper is the daughter of Nancy Torbett and Craig Davis. Piper's a 2-year soccer player, swimmer, and track and field athlete. She's a majorette for the McClain Marching Band. Piper is a member of the Drama Club and the McClain Choir, along with band. She is a 10-year member of Girl Scouts, and outside of school, she has helped with the summer lunch program and helped to build the new elementary playground. Miss Piper Davis, your sophomore attendant. Miss Luca Matisic, junior attendant. Luca is escorted by Captain Emerson Yates. Luca is the daughter of Molly McNutt and Blake Matisic. Luca is a 3rd-year varsity soccer member and 2nd-year captain. Last year, she received first-team All-FAC and first-team All-District honors for soccer. She's also a 2nd-year Tigerette, and last spring during her 2nd year of varsity track, she qualified for the state track meet with her 4x100-meter relay team, where they finished 11th overall in the state. Luca plans to continue to play basketball this winter and run track in the spring. She's also a member of the Student Council, the Drug-Free Clubs of America, and the FFA. Miss Luca Matisic, your junior attendant. Miss Brinley Bergstrom, senior attendant. Brinley is escorted tonight by senior DJ Frost. Brinley is the daughter of Cammie and Blaine Bergstrom. Brinley is a 4-year varsity cheerleader for football and basketball and is currently the captain of both squads. She's a member of the Student Council, the National Honor Society, Drug-Free Clubs of America, and the McClain Choir. Brinley is a member of the First Presbyterian Church of Greenfield, and her future plans include attending Ohio University and majoring in human resource management with a minor in business. Ms. Brinley Bergstrom, senior attendant. Miss Ava Beatty, Queen's second attendant. Ava is escorted tonight by Captain Michael Stevenson and senior Caleb Treves. Ava is the daughter of Kimberly and Andrew Beatty. She's a captain and a 3-year varsity volleyball player and is the editor for the annual staff. She's also involved in National Honor Society, Student Council, and softball. After high school, Ava plans to go to college for computer hardware engineering. Miss Ava Beatty, second attendant. Miss Vivian Dennis, Queen's first attendant. Vivian is escorted tonight by senior Robbie Wise and Captain Josiah Burchett. Vivian is the daughter of Wesley and Kim Dennis. She's a Tigerette co-captain and the senior class vice president. Her other activities include the National Honor Society, Drama Club, Drug-Free Clubs of America, the Student Council, robotics, show choir, bowling, softball, and the 4-H International Exchange Program, where she serves as the National Ambassador. After graduation, Vivian plans to attend Ohio University and to major in computer science. Miss Vivian Dennis, first attendant. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Homecoming Queen, Miss Madison Wheaton. Madison is escorted by Captain Luke Dumey and Rocky Houston. Madison is the daughter of Mark Wheaton and Melissa Wheaton. Madison is a 3-year member of the Symphonic Band and a 2-year member of show choir. Her other activities include the National Honor Society, Jazz Band, Drama Club, and the McClain Cadet Corps, where she is currently the Corps Commander. She's also involved with the United Way of Ross County and J216 Ministries. After graduation, Madison plans to double major in civil and nuclear engineering, and while in college, she plans to participate in a naval ROTC program, pursuing a commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps. Miss Madison Wheaton, your 2022 Homecoming Queen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest, Mrs. Nancy Woods Sexton. She was a 1973 graduate from McClain High School, and 50 years ago, she was crowned the 1972 Homecoming Queen. She will now be crowning your new 2022 Homecoming Queen, Miss Madison Wheaton. Queen Madison will now receive a football, a bouquet of flowers, and a commemorative pillow from team captains Rocky Houston, Emerson Yates, Michael Stevenson, Josiah Burchett, and Luke Dumey. And now, let's hear a few words from the Queen.
Hi everyone. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for coming out tonight and supporting our boys. Thank you to the student section for showing up, wearing your purple. Be loud, cheer as loud as you can, be as proud as you can, and go Tigers!
Thank you, Queen Madison. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our 2022 Homecoming Queen and her court. And now, McClain fans, please rise to pay homage to our School of Beauty as the McClain Marching Band plays the McClain Alma Mater. Next, the band reminds us that no matter what sideline you may cheer for, we come together as fellow Americans as they perform a precision block band drill to America the Beautiful. Please rise for the colors, being presented this evening by members of McClain's own Cadet Corps. The Cadet Corps is under the guidance of Master Sergeant John Wilson. Members of tonight's flag detail include Cadet Second Lieutenant Haley Brewer, Cadet First Lieutenant Tristan Nichols. Cadet 3rd Class, Justin Legee. And Cadet 2nd Lieutenant, Brianna Stuckey. And now, under the baton of Mr. Rick Duffus, ladies and gentlemen, remain standing and please join in singing as the band honors America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to tonight's broadcast. Again, I'm your host, Nate Luke, and I'm joined here tonight with my good friend, my goodest of friends, Mr. Jared Haynes. Welcome, sir.
So fresh, so clean.
Always, that's how you stay. We got a fun broadcast for you tonight, guys, as the McClain Tigers at 4-1 on the year take on the Chillicothe Cavaliers, also coming in at 4-1. It is homecoming night here at McClain, as you just witnessed, so extra special night, of course. And the weather looking like a brisk 62. I know we were up here earlier in the press box, Mr. Haynes. This finally feels like football weather, man.
Right. Yes, I agree. I grabbed another sweatshirt, but as I got home, it seemed like it warmed up a little bit. So
absolutely.
Of course, we got a lot of warm bodies in here now.
We got a lot of bodies up here, so we'll see what that turns out for us. So anyway, back to some football. We got about 5 minutes till kickoff, and just a few things about each team coming in. Starting with Chillicothe, again, they come in at 4-1. Last week they had a 24-0 win against Logan on the road. Quarterback Mason Dowdy went 13 for 30 for 198 yards passing with 2 TDs on the night to Miles Lewis and Quinlan Netter. Max Lee chipped in 81 yards on the ground on 13 carries. The big guy for Chillicothe, a Division I recruit here, Tavion Galloway, had an interception return for a touchdown. Also a big tight end target as well. Mason Sibrel is a solid place kicker, hit a 34-yarder last week as well. McClain coming in also at 4-1, had a big 42-7 win over Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy at home last week. That was a really fun game to watch and listen to as well. Again, thanks to Mr. David Weeks and Mr. Steve Roble for doing the broadcast for that game last week. Stats last week on offense. They came out fast, established the run. Potts had over 350 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. It was a single-game school record for rushing on the night. In terms of passing, Drake Stapleton went 6 for 10 for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stapleton also had a TD on the ground. For receiving last week, Max Eikenberry did his usual thing. He had 3 catches for 113 yards and 1 touchdown. And Caden Penwell hauled in 1 catch for 67 yards and 1 touchdown as well. So big plays on the night. Mr. Potts had a couple big rushes, and Mr. Penwell had, of course, the big reception touchdown. Riley Cummins and DJ Frost led the McClain defense with 6 solo tackles each. Cameron Medley, Frost, and Cummins each had 1 interception on the night as well. Best thing about the night, we got a number of younger players who don't normally get to see that varsity experience come in and saw some flashes of the future as well. So that was really cool to see. Mr. Haynes, what would be your 3 keys for McClain to come out with a victory tonight?
Well, number one is win up front. Like you said, Potts with a big game last week, but there's a reason for that. And we got to win the battle up front. Chillicothe is going to bring a different kind of athlete than we've seen the first 5 weeks, so we have to really win that battle up front. That's number one. Number two is, we got to stop the big play. Team like Chillicothe, they have speedy athletes.
Yep.
One thing I've noticed in the games I've watched this year is a speedy athlete on the outside gives us trouble.
Yes.
And we're going to have to definitely slow that big play down. We got to limit the big plays. And then number 3 is feed the beast, right? Give it to Potts. Let them fall asleep and hit a big play deep. So I believe, for us to be successful, we have to have the ball as much as we can, keep the defense off the field, feed the beast.
Absolutely. And once again, I'm going to reiterate your thoughts on, giving a little bit of a shout-out to the big guys up front. Mr. Potts, as much as I joke around with him at school when I see him, he really can't do that without the big guys making those alleys for him. So,
He's
well
got
done.
to have a hole to bust through. And not that he's the speediest guy on the field. He's definitely a powerful guy. But last week he was able to break away some big plays, and there was a hole there for him to get through.
Absolutely. That big hole up front certainly does not hurt a thing. In terms of athletes to watch out for Chillicothe, I mentioned Mr. Galloway. What's kind of the skinny on him from what you hear?
Yeah, Tavion Galloway's junior wide receiver tight end, currently committed to LSU. He's rated a 4-star athlete by all these rating websites. But he's their leading receiver with 4 touchdowns, 300-some yards. Definitely got to make sure we keep him in check. But their guy is senior running back Max Lee. He's number 44 out there on the field, and he's a strong, powerful runner. He's kind of their Potts.
Yeah.
So we
both 44.
Yes, number 44, and they have a athlete in with their quarterback Mason Dowdy. He's been at it a couple years. That's a name we've heard a lot in the past. And another kind of running back / wide receiver they have is Quinlan Netter. And those are 4 kids on the field on offense that we're going to have to worry about.
Absolutely.
So in terms of slowing them down, we're going to have to stop the big plays from them. Now, thinking of Chillicothe, Chillicothe versus Greenfield matchup is always different. They have 375 kids. They're Division III, Region 11. They're currently sitting 4th, as if you're talking about the playoff picture. But, they're number 1 in terms of having kids, and we're 140 kids short of that. So,
yes.
They have a lot more athletes to pull from.
Absolutely. And just a quick look at some of the other FAC standings right now. We have Washington Courthouse. They're number 6 in Division III, Region 11 at 4-1. Played a solid Western Brown team. Did some good things in the second half against them.
Kind of made things interesting there.
Absolutely. Jackson, number 9 in Division III, Region 11 at 3-2. That's kind of a position we don't normally see them at, but Jackson's going to be Jackson. They're always going to be a tough team.
And one thing you got to learn about Jackson is they have a really tough non-conference in Ironton, Wheelersburg, team from Columbia. They play and they beat Western Brown, so they really stack their schedule full. So they challenge themselves. So that number 9 might be deceiving.
Yes. Miami Trace, number 16 in Division III, Region 11 at 2-3. Hillsborough, number 12 in Division III, Region 12 at 3-2. So again, FAC's going to be a tough conference again this year. We always know that coming in.
Right.
So we definitely have our work cut out for us. But
right.
Based on what I saw and heard from Coach Penwell today at the pep rally, they've got the passion for sure to take the Cavaliers head on.
That's one thing that Keith Penwell is going to bring to a team, and that's that fiery passion. One thing you notice about all those standings is they're all Division III, and we're Division IV. And we sit at 5th currently in Division IV. Something that we probably haven't seen for a very long time is we're above Clinton Massey, who's 1-4. So
yeah, and I had to giggle a little bit when he said that, but it's true. We're so used to seeing Clinton Massey have that opposite record there. So here we go. Tigers come out. We have some alumni doing some roundups there.
Right, homecoming always brings in the alumni. They got the alumni in the band tonight. Looks like we had a couple alumni cheerleaders out there. Had the youth last week, and now we're going to honor us old folk tonight.
Absolutely. Your officials for the night. Before we begin, we would like to say a big thank you to our officials, starting with head referee Greg Martin, back judge Jack Hart, line judge Steve Penix, head linesman Joshua Pettis, and umpire Mike Derringer. We would also like to thank some of tonight's sponsors as well. We'll name some of them as we go, but just a quick look ahead here. Thanks to Burger King, Mossberger and Smithson, Stewart's Pharmacy, Collins Septic, Southern Hills Community Bank, Rusty Cake, McDonald's, Sims, and we will get back to those because you know what, Mr. Haynes, it is game time. So,
yep. And it looks like the Tigers are going to kick off the start.
Absolutely. Oh, and before we forget, Tiger Trivia coming up at halftime. Make sure you stay tuned here. We got a very answerable question, I think, this week for a lot of people. So stay tuned. Tiger Trivia at halftime.
It looks like Lewis and Netter will be back to receive this kick for the Cavaliers. They are in their whites, blue trim.
And it looks like senior Emerson Yates will kick off for the Tigers.
And, you know, special teams is something that's been a struggle for the Tigers this year. Usually we elect to kick a squib or a onside.
And Yates is off to kick. He's going to squib it. Goes to a Chillicothe, number 21.
That will be Sean Smith.
All right. So both teams 4-1 on the night.
Right.
Should be a good matchup coming up here. We'll see if the Tigers athletes can kind of stick with the Chillicothe Cavaliers athletes on the outside. I think that's really, as you said, the key to the game is being able to stick up with them.
Yeah, in the last 8 meetings, you know, versus the Cavaliers, we were 0-8. But last year, you know, we jumped out to a 21-0 lead and ended up dropping that contest 31-21. So, you know, one thing about these kids is, like Coach Penwell said today at the pep rally, they got heart.
Yep.
And they're going to come out and they're going to give you everything they got. They're physical and they've worked hard in the off season, and hopefully we get to see here.
Absolutely. So Dowdy will be back in the shotgun with Lee to his side. He receives it. He's looking to the right. Number 16, Quinlan Netter, one of your playmakers you talked about, slips right through his hands.
Right. Dowdy's a 6'3", 225. It's kind of the first look I've got at him. He's a pretty big kid back there under
he's well
center.
Built.
Yeah.
He's well built.
Netter's quick on his feet. Super good athlete. So Chillicothe.
Looks like Trey King for Chillicothe will line up wide to the right. We have a couple wide receivers to the left.
Galloway's on that left side.
Yep. They will put him out wide.
Max Lee, a nice stop up the middle. Penwell.
Like Caden Penwell, maybe Emerson Yates.
Yes. All right, good start here defensively for the Tigers.
Absolutely. That'll bring up a 3rd and 9, maybe a 3rd and 8. So
Scott Bartholomew comes in here leading the Cavaliers. He's been around the block, very successful coach. Been at Logan Elm for a while. His son was at Bloom Carroll last year, and now he's at Olentangy, so he knows his football.
Absolutely. He's made the rounds. Pass complete to King, and King's going to haul it in for a first down. Ooh, well, yeah, they're going to move the sticks. So that will be a 8-yard gain on the play. That was right at the sticks, so that's going to move it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Dowdy had plenty of time there to.
Yeah, that's something we're going to need to see from the Tigers, a little bit of a quicker pass rush, get Dowdy on the run a little bit here. It's going to be a pistol look with Lee in the backfield.
Trey King is 6'5".
I was going to say he's a tall boy.
He's a big kid.
Hand off to Lee. He's going to take it.
Good.
Stop
Great
by
job
again.
by
Emerson
the Tiger
Yates.
Yes. Yates.
Luke Doomey on the play. Caden Penwell. Gang of Tigers there.
Yeah. Tigers, great job up the middle here at the start, kind of stopping that. Now we got to worry about the big play on the outside.
All right, so that will bring up a 2nd and 8 to go. Ball on the 49.
Chillicothe's going to put their D1 commit Galloway out wide to the left.
It looks like Cameron Medley will be lined up against him.
Yeah,
they're going to look his
right
way.
To him. Oh,
near interception.
Yeah.
Dowdy just a little bit behind on the pass. That'll bring up another 3rd and long.
Yeah, one thing we got to hope is, Chillicothe comes in here sleeping, kind of thinking they're going to walk all over us. And, those kids, we are Tigers,
yes.
as Penwell said. It has a lot of truth to it. These kids are going to fight to the end.
Absolutely.
We got 3rd down here.
All right, looks like number 2, Miles Lewis, will come in for the Cavs. He'll be lined up next to King to the right. Dowdy in the shotgun with Lee to his side.
Looks like Quinlan in motion, Netter in motion.
Galloway, the lone tight end on the other side.
Galloway down the middle.
He's going to look to the right. Gets it to Netter. That's going to come close to a 1st down. He might have gotten it, and I think he did. That's going to be about a 10-yard gain on the play. That was 16, Quinlan
DJ
Netter.
Frost there on the coverage.
And Tigers not looking bad. Dowdy's making some pretty good passes out in the flats there. Tigers dropping their outside linebackers into the flats, dropping 3 deep. Dowdy's just finding a couple spots here and there so far.
Right. And he's got plenty of time to throw and find out we need to get a little pressure in there.
Yep. He's going to fake it to Lee. He's going to roll to the
Play
left. He's looking for King, but he's going to get it to Galloway. Galloway runs over McClain defender, and he's going to be brought down.
Looks like Emerson Yates is finally going to drive him out of bounds.
And I'll tell you what, that's not a kid that I would personally like to see running down the field full speed at me, but DJ Frost stood in there.
DJ Frost got right in.
DJ Frost right in, yep.
Yep.
He didn't back down from it. So that'll bring up a 1st down and 10 on the 18-yard line. Chillicothe's going to go quick here.
They're going to wait and get a signal from the sideline.
He's going to be in the pistol formation with Lee behind him.
Netter the far left, Lee out right. Dowdy,
nothing going up
Lee.
The middle. Potts and Doomey on the stop. So far, running game.
That interior defense is doing a great job here at the start. And,
absolutely.
It's that big play down the sideline that we're going to have to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Yep. 68, Jaden Allison, and looks to be number 63, Connor Frazier, I believe.
Yeah.
Plugging up that middle really well so far.
Those linebackers are really hitting those holes. Dowdy with the play action.
He's going to hit number 2 in the flats. That is Miles Lewis. And that's going to come close to a touchdown. They're going to stop at about the half-yard mark. And that will bring up a 1st and goal at the 1.
We had 2 guys there that just kind of didn't have the best position.
All right, so looks like Dowdy will be under center this time. Lee lines up very close behind him.
Oh, he's going to push forward.
And he's going to get in. And that's going to be a touchdown for Chillicothe. That will make your score Chillicothe 6, McClain 0, with 9:20 left to go in the first.
Man, Chillicothe seemed to just get in a rhythm there. They came at us, slowed down. They had a really nice rhythm between pass and run, and really has a good possession by them.
They did, and they used the play action pass really well there on one of their big plays. They did a good job freezing our linebackers there.
And we did such a good job of plugging the middle.
So this will be Mason Siberl. And
good. DJ Frost was in there, but.
So that will make your score 7-0. Chillicothe up. All right, so as you said here, Chillicothe had a pretty good mix. Froze the linebackers. They're really, I can tell, they're looking for those out routes and those flat routes and try to get their playmakers in some space here.
Yeah, definitely. And, if you're Chillicothe, you're coming in here, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to beat us on the outside, and they did a good job. We got to, just like how we're plugging the middle on that run, we need to get some pressure on the quarterback when he's there. They're doing a good job of freezing us on that play action. So, I have full confidence our coaching staff will adjust there, and I'm excited to see what the Tigers can do on offense.
Absolutely. While we have a quick second, we would like to thank one of our sponsors, Merchants National Bank. Established in 1879, the Merchants National Bank is an independent institution built upon a foundation of financial strength and customer service. They specialize in providing exceptional service on a personal level and are large enough to provide financial products at competitive prices. With 17 offices to serve you in Ohio, Merchants National Bank is proud to be your local community bank.
Jets Pro Embroidery The fine folks at Jets Pro Embroidery are proud to be your local source for custom apparel and advertising. They provide design, screen printing, and embroidery services, and do so with style. Stop in to see the team today on Jefferson Street in Greenfield to see how they can take care of you. Big thanks to Carla
Absolutely,
for everything she does.
Absolutely. All right, so Chillicothe will kick it, and it's going to land on the 1 yard line, and that will be a touchback for McClain. They will take off on.
A big thing for the Tigers to answer that drive here on offense, move the ball down the field, and hope for a big play.
Yes, sir. All right, so Tigers will come in. Drake Stapleton, of course, leading the way for the Tigers. Just real quick here, I had some stats kind of rumble over. So far in the year, Drake Stapleton for passing is 596 yards total with 6 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, 52% completion rate. And here he goes out of the shotgun with Pinwell and Potts in the backfield. Handoff.
Potts.
He's going to keep
a keeper.
It. I don't know if that was designed or not. It looked a little funky, but he's going to pick up 3 to 4 yards on the play.
If it wasn't designed, then, at least he got a couple yards out of that.
Absolutely.
I mean, it looked like one to counter with Potts there right off the bat.
And you can't blame him after the week that Potts had last week.
For sure.
Again, school record for rushing. So far on the year, Potts has had 783 yards on the ground, 8 touchdowns, with a staggering 9.3 yards per carry.
Nice. We got a block on the back on the Tigers. They're going to step this off.
So the fortuitous play there will be pushed back, unfortunately, for the Tigers, but they will get another shot at first down. And it looks to be on their own 12-yard line.
Looks like Lee and Galloway will be the linebackers.
Handoff to Potts. Oh,
big
gap up the middle. Outlets a couple Cavaliers. He's going to get to the sideline. He's rushing.
Go!
He's still running.
Galloway
in pursuit. He'll bring him down to the 20-yard line. Fantastic run by Potts there.
Right.
And once again, the big hog malleys up front. They're doing their job.
Hey.
I think I could have ran through that hole. That was fantastic.
Don't let these kids believe, man. You let these kids believe, they're just going to keep coming right at you.
They're dangerous, man. They are
and
dangerous.
You know what? They know what we're going to bring at them. They should have been ready for that, and it doesn't matter. We run Potts up the middle. We had what I tell you about the up front, we had a huge hole, and great run by Andrew.
Athletes are going to be athletes. So Stapleton's back. He's going to hand it off to Pinwell on the counter.
Max Lee.
He might pick up a yard, but probably not on that play. Might have even lost a yard.
Max Lee there, the linebacker, met him at the line.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10, maybe a 2nd and 11.
One thing I've noticed is, the skill guys on offense, those same skill guys are in here on defense. Max Lee, Quinlan Netter, Tavion Galloway. Don't see Dowdy out there, but you never know.
Maybe we can wear those guys down
That's
a little
right.
bit over the course of the game. All right, handoff to Potts again. He's going to bring it up the middle, off tackle.
So that's Mamo Wilson.
Mamo Wilson. He's going to pick up about 2 to 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first. Also got to give a little bit of a shout out here to Mr. Caden Pinwell. He has 151 yards rushing on the year with a couple touchdowns, 4.5 yards a carry.
Been a wonderful counter to Potts.
Absolutely.
He brings a little speed and tenacity.
And I can tell from last year to this year, he's just grown. He's becoming a man really quick before our eyes. All right, so Stapleton's back to pass. He's going to look Eikenberry down the middle. He had him. Crowd wants a flag on that, but that is going to be incomplete.
Right. Pass was a little high.
Yeah, the refs are going to call that uncatchable every day. So that'll bring up a 4th and 8.
And you got a decision for Pinwell. You actually got a kicker that can kick this year.
Absolutely.
Emerson Yates, but looks like we're going to go for it.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we showed the video of Emerson Yates kicking the soccer ball from the 50-yard line.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Goal.
Yeah.
That should have been a Sports Center top 10 play, but
top left.
He's got a leg. He has got a leg. So.
That was pretty awesome to see.
All right, so it looks like Tyler's going to have trips to the right, single on the left with Josiah Burchett, Potts in the backfield.
And you got to watch Potts. Might
have been false start.
Penwell.
Just got a little too excited there. Jumped a little bit before. So that's going to bring it back 5 more yards.
And that's another thing we've been successful at is kind of running Potts out and giving him a pass there on a screen. And looks like maybe that was something we were thinking about.
All right, so the Tigers, it looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field. They're going to go for it.
We're in 4 down territory for sure. Connor McClain bringing the play in there. Stapleton breaks the huddle. McClain out to the left. Penwell and Eikenberry out to the right.
Potts in motion now. Another flag on the play.
Offsides.
Offsides, okay. So that is going to be offsides on the Cavaliers. That's going to push it back, or push it up, I should say, 5 yards.
We're going in the right direction this time, Nate.
Hey, as long as you're going in the right direction, that's all that matters.
That's right.
All right, so that'll bring up a 4th and 8, right back to where we were a couple plays ago. Burchett will bring in the play here.
Got a really good crowd here for homecoming. Let's give them something to cheer for.
Absolutely. All right, trips to the right again. Burchett out left by himself. Potts in the motion to the left. Stapleton's going to look right.
Time.
He's going to chuck it, and another flag. This is like an NFL game.
Lots of laundry on the field.
And it looks like that's going to be fortuitous for the Tigers. Another offside by Chillicothe. So far, Chillicothe.
Keep drawing them off sides.
Whatever you got to do. Have that Peyton Manning hard count.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so, hey, it's 4th and 4. This opens up the playbook a lot more now.
For sure.
Maybe you try to get to your playmaker Potts here. Who knows?
You got a back that's averaging what per carry, you say?
9.3 yards.
I mean, why not?
Tight in the backfield. Potts is going to rumble and bubble. He's going to come very close.
He should have got it. I dove over that line.
And they are motioning.
Yes.
He's got it. That's a big play by Potts in the offensive line there.
Yes, for sure. You know, hey, keys to the game. Win the battle up front. You know, 4th and 8, 4th and 13, and we get him to draw him off sides twice, and then we run the beast up front, you know, put him right through the middle. And why not do that 3 more times here and score a touchdown?
Absolutely. So here we go in the shotgun. Dual backs in the backfield with Stapleton. Owen Sykes at tight end.
High snap.
Potts is a little high there, but he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the carry.
Oh, come on.
Maybe a little excessive there at the end, but. All right, so Potts will pick up a yard on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9. They are on their own 9-yard line, so this will be 2nd goal.
And I like the fact that the offense is on the field. Run some time off the clock. You know, we're on our part of the field we want to be on. Let's take our time and get a good play call in here and score a touchdown.
Absolutely. All right, so Connor McClain and Eikenberry out wide to the left. Sykes at tight end. Penwell in motion to the right.
Oh, high snap.
Ooh, and that looks like
nice
a broken
block
play.
there by Potts.
He's going to still pick up maybe a yard or 2.
That's something we're going to have to figure out, Nate. Last couple snaps have been high. And, and Drake made the right decision there to keep it himself.
And so far on those, you know, what we would think of as broken plays, they've somehow managed to get some positive yardage out of it.
Not too many, we haven't had too many plays go to the negative yards, and that's it. That's just decision making. It was a great decision by Drake to run the ball. He picked up some positive yardage.
Absolutely.
It's like the ball's sitting on about the 6-yard line.
Yep. 3rd and goal from the 6. Sykes and Penwell out wide to the left. Burchett out wide to the right. Potts in the backfield. Stapleton gets it. He's going to roll left under pressure. He gets rid of it to Eichen. Oh, and it's going to be picked off by number 1, Mamo Wilson. He had Eikenberry open for a split second right there in the inner corner of the end zone. Just couldn't quite time it out right.
And a bad thing there. Chillicothe got pressure on the quarterback. Drake didn't have much time to get rid of that. Right. And, you know, he had no choice but to throw it. And like you said, he's seen Eikenberry open for a split second. Unfortunately, that's an interception. However, you know, we're on the 2-yard line here, and hopefully our defense can get us a couple good plays.
Absolutely. All right, so the Chillicothe offense had a pretty good outing on their first trip out, getting a 1-yard QB sneak in from Mason Dowdy. They're going to look to repeat that on this 98-yard potential drive.
Looks like they got Lewis and Netter wide to the left, Lee in the backfield. Keep a eye on Galloway there on the left side of the line. Oh,
Dowdy's
and we're
just
going to Lee.
Getting a lot of time.
To
DJ
King.
Frost, great coverage by DJ Frost there, step for step with
They're
King.
going to the 6'5" Trey King there on that possession, and like you said, good coverage and
you know,
by DJ Frost.
Yeah, DJ Frost. He's maybe 5'8", but his technique is really good on those fade routes.
Right.
He can stick with them.
And DJ draws the straw to match up with the other team's best receiver every night. So, and here he is.
It's a hard job, but he fills it pretty well.
It's like Chillicothe in the same
Dowdy's
formation. They're going to throw again. Netter.
In the open field, man, he
medley.
just took off. Potts in pursuit. He's going to bring Netter down, but after about a 40-yard gain on the play. Sorry, that was Emerson Yates on the play.
And Netter just made a nice move at the line. I mean, credit him. He just kind of shook, got Medley's hip sideways, and gave him some ground going forward. Chillicothe's going to go quick here.
And then, you called it from the beginning. That's something we're going to see from Chillicothe.
Yep.
They're going to get it to their athletes out in space and see what happens. All right, so Dowdy will look to the sideline for the play here. He's got Lee in the backfield with him. 3 out wide to the right. King out left by himself. He's going to get it.
Galloway,
fakes it to Lee.
Little screen. Oh, how about? Wow, we kind of missed the block in the back there.
Yeah, there's a flag now, but I would think that's for something else.
Yeah, I mean, as our viewers saw right there in the backfield, maybe Galloway got his hands in the back there when
So the refs are going to, they're going to call that on Chillicothe.
Yeah, I thought Riley Cummins made a nice play there and was right there. And unfortunately for him, there was kind of a block in the back, which, they call. Tigers need anything they can get here on this defensive possession. Get the offense back on the field.
All right, so that will be enforced from the spot. And that will be first and, looks to be like they're going to say 1st and 10 there. All right, so that'll bring the Chillicothe back offense out again. So we're just essentially replaying this.
Netter and Lewis wide left. King on this side. Dowdy's rolling back, looking downfield.
Just too much
and
time.
His pass to Galloway. It's good. To about the 25-yard line, and Galloway goes out of bounds.
Galloway came all the way across the field.
Right. Chillicothe's going to line up athletes in all 5 spots. And you gotta have an answer for him here.
Yeah,
Lee in
and
the
once
back.
again, we got to get some pressure on the quarterback here. He's just had a little bit too much time to drop back and pass too comfortably here.
And when Dowdy gets time here, it's does a great job seeing downfield. We got to get some pressure on him somehow.
He's really relaxed right now.
There's
he's
a quick out.
Good darts to him.
Number 7, that'd be Lucas Reinhardt. His first call for this evening.
Yeah.
He's a 6'1" junior receiver.
Look good. Once again, got it out in space.
Right.
Made a quick move with the hips. Bam, off to the races.
Chillicothe. One thing we haven't seen this possession, they haven't really ran the ball up the middle.
They haven't.
Like they attempted the first, but they're going quick out, and then they're going down the field. Quick out, going down the field.
And right now, you can't really blame them. They're having great success with that.
Right.
So as the Tigers and Cavaliers are huddling up, let's go ahead and read off another sponsor or two here, starting with White's Meat and Deli. White's Meat and Deli, located near Bainbridge, Ohio, is a locally owned and operated meat and deli. They offer some of the best primal cuts of meat in Southern Ohio, and they have a deli that is stocked with a wide selection of lunch meats and deli cheeses. They are even available for special orders. So whether you have a hankering for some bologna and cheese or a more refined palate, White's has you covered. All right, so Dowdy will lead the Cavalier offense back on. It is a 1st and 10, ball on the 11-yard line here. Galloway in tight with King out wide and number 16, Quinlan Netter, out wide to the right. They're going to give the ball to Max Lee off tackle here, and he's going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to take it in.
Ugh.
Untouched. So that is going to make your score 13-0 Chillicothe. But there is a flag on the play. We're going to see what that's all about.
Looks like it's against the Cavaliers. You know,
Galloway's
unfortunately, I said they haven't ran the ball, and here they run the ball.
And they're probably going to call a hold on this, it looks like.
Holding.
Yep. So that will be holding.
Move them back.
And that's going to, that's a painful
big break.
one. That's a painful one for the Cavs, but a very good break for the Tigers.
Big break for the Tigers.
Lee had a lot of room running through there, so it looked like Galloway just held on for just a little bit too long there. Dowdy in the pistol. He's going to hand it. Oh, fake it to Lee.
Pinwell in the coverage.
Great move by Dowdy. He's going to get it.
Found a guy downfield.
He's going to get it to Lucas Reinhardt. They're going to pick up 15 yards on the play.
Credit Caden Pinwell. He got in there. You know, like I said earlier in the broadcast, Mason Dowdy's a big body. He's 6'3", 225. It's like a Big Ben back there.
Yeah, a Big Ben that can move now. So, yeah, that was a great spin move. I got to hand it to him. All right, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Ball on the 9-yard line. Dowdy will be back in the pistol again with Lee in the backfield.
Yeah, he's seen the blitz coming there on the end.
And if you're McClain, you don't blame him. You got to get some pressure on him.
Put some pressure on him. Hit him one time.
He's going to get it to King.
On the inside, that's going to be a touchdown.
And that's going to be a quick slant to King. That should be a touchdown for the Cavaliers. And that will now make your score 13-0. The Cavaliers are up with 3:13 left to go in the first. And it looks like,
you know, if you're McClain, you really need to answer on this next offense possession. We had a lot of success running the ball up the middle. We need to run the ball up the middle, you know, and then that will open things up on the inside. And, you know, credit this coaching staff. You know, they're seeing things out there. They've watched so much film on Chillicothe, and they get their tendencies. And so hopefully, you know, in this second possession here, we can find something open and put the ball in the end zone.
Absolutely. So it looks like Mason Siberl, number 35 for Chillicothe, will come on to attempt the extra point. Number 4, Caden Eblin, to hold.
A little left footer here.
And as we saw from the Bengals game last week, it's very important to have a snapper.
Yeah.
It looks like they have a good snap, good hold, good kick. That will make your score 14-0.
Definitely, man. That long snapper is very important. You know, you see it at the professional level, and it kind of just puts you in the perspective of how important it is to have somebody that can snap the ball there. Yep. So a couple more sponsors here for us. Commercial Cleaning Solutions, located on State Route 138 near Greenfield. Commercial Cleaning Solutions Incorporated is a full-service janitorial company that provides itself on total customer satisfaction and high-performance standards, no matter the job. They are equipped to provide you with excellent customer care. Call today, 937-981-4870. Looks like Tigers are going to have Cummins and Eikenberry back deep. Mason Siberl will be set to kick it off here.
It looks like Cummins and Eikenberry will be back to receive for the Tigers. You got to think, being 14-0 right now, you know, again, no reason to panic. We've been in this position before and came back. So,
and as noted earlier in the broadcast, we jumped out 21-0 over there last year.
Right.
You know, anything can happen.
Great kick again.
Yes, Ciberol definitely has a foot on him.
He has a foot.
Tigers are going to come back here on the offense. Stapleton will bring them out.
All right, so Tigers will take over on the 20-yard line here. 3:13 left to go in the first quarter. Looks like Stapleton will be back in the shotgun. Potts lone back in the backfield. Sykes, Penwell, and Burchett out wide to the right, and McCune out wide to the left. Stapleton will get it. Hands it off to Potts.
Once again.
Once again, high snap.
And the Cavaliers were not fooled on that run. Yeah, we got to figure that exchange out there in the middle.
And knowing this offensive line, it's made up largely of juniors and seniors. They've been there, done that before. I have no doubt they'll get it figured out.
And, you know, the weather changing and, you know, the dew on the ground might be a little difference. You know, last week it was pretty good weather.
Absolutely.
Rocky Jeffers, he's been there before, our center, and they'll figure it out.
All right, so Stapleton gets it. He'll
There
hand
it
it off
is.
to Potts.
Got
Potts
room to
bounces,
run.
shakes a
Makes
couple
somebody
Cavaliers
miss.
defenders, runs over a couple more.
Drag him 4 more yards.
That's right. They don't bring him down until the 46-yard line. About a 23 to 24-yard gain on the play.
Run the ball.
Yep.
Just keep running, Potts, run Potts. Counter with Penwell, you know.
Absolutely. We've seen some success, too. You throw in that little play action, Eikenberry, they're going to seam him right down the middle a lot of the time.
Yes.
He's really good at those post routes and inside seams. So, you know, keep looking at that. But like you said, for now, keep it simple.
make him stop Potts.
Absolutely. Feed him.
Feed the beast.
Feed the beast. My voice isn't as deep as you, so.
Oh, the keeper.
Stapleton
That's
keeps,
a nice counter.
Goes to the left, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Carter Boltonhouse was not fooled. He did a great job staying at home there, the 6'2 senior there for the Cavaliers.
So that
was a great play call there, you know.
It was.
We went Potts, and we countered there with Stapleton, who, you know, Stapleton in his own right is an athlete that can run a little bit.
Absolutely. We've seen it before.
But he broke a big one last week.
All right, so they will have a lot of people out to the left here. Sykes lone tight end on the right with Potts. Hits the Potts. He's going to go off tackle.
Potts, get us some. Yep, Carter Boltonhouse once again on the stop for the Cavaliers.
Boltonhouse is put together very well.
Yes.
It's going to be hard to shake his tackles.
Right. 6'2 senior weighing in at 215. After the team meal last night, he might be a 223.
They feed him well for those team
that's
meals.
right. Got to give him the energy.
Which brings me to my next point. I believe Jack's Equipment Company. Thank you, Jack Hutchison, for buying the team meal today. I believe it was Aloha Tacos. I could be wrong.
Nice. 3rd and 13 here. The Tigers. Empty backfield for Stapleton. Cavaliers bringing some pressure.
He's going to look for Eikenberry. He's going to chuck it to Eikenberry.
Deep. Oh! Off the hands.
I think it was off the helmet. Off Sykes' helmet.
Ricochet off Sykes' helmet. Man, you got to love going for the big plays like that, you know.
I love it.
And he thinking, we had 2 receivers out there. Looks like Stapleton might have took a hit there on the Cavaliers sideline.
He had about 3 Cavaliers coming in full speed at him before he got rid of that. So let's hope he's okay. So that will bring up a 4th and 13. Usually Andrew Potts does the honors for punting.
Coach Oaks there letting him know the play call.
Coach Oaks, one of the new coaches on the staff, but
right.
all the boys tell me they absolutely love him.
He's my son's 3rd grade teacher, and he loves him as well.
He's got a great beard.
Yeah,
I gotta give him that too.
Good addition to the McClain staff.
Absolutely.
I'm just glad he's finally got some McClain guard. Nice kick by Potts. It's got to roll in the favor of the Tigers.
Sykes and Cummins there. They down it at the 15-yard line with 15 seconds left to go in the first.
Right. With this powerful offense of Chillicothe, we got to pin them back as far as we can put them. And another great kick there to try to get the field position switch. How about Corner Pharmacy? You know, Corner Health Mart. They have been taking care of customers in Greenfield area and beyond since 1948. Their pharmacy specializes in serving the community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. You'll always be greeted by name, and their pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer your questions. They offer free delivery, or you can stop into their location on the corner of Jefferson and Washington Streets in Greenfield, or pull up to their convenient drive-up. Corner Pharmacy would also like to remind you the flu season is here, so it's time to get your yearly flu shot. Walk-ins are welcome, and you can call 937-981-2454 for assistance.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Eric Zent and Corner Pharmacy once again.
With one of the better mustaches in Greenfield.
It's hard to beat. Hey, you can't argue with our beard and mustache
That's
game
right.
here. We got
Chillicothe there with a Dowdy run. Buck of about 7. We got a couple whistle. We got a player coming off.
Looks like the McClain defense will line up in their traditional set. 3 defensive backs, 4 linebackers, 4 down linemen.
So Chillicothe back in the shotgun with Lee in the backfield. King to the far right here. Lewis and Netter your left, and you got Galloway in that tight end spot on the line.
Dowdy rolls to the left, looks left, gets it to Netter, breaks another tackle.
And he got down.
He is brought down by, looked like, is that Cam Medley?
Medley.
Yep.
You know, Cameron Medley, just a sophomore, has had a pretty solid year out there at cornerback.
Absolutely.
Obviously, I went to Leesburg. I'm not a super great football knowledge guy, but
Stop it. Yes, you are.
watching his form at DB, I mean, I've been really impressed.
Absolutely. So that will bring an end to the first quarter action here. Your score at the end of the first quarter, Chillicothe 14, McClain 0. And as we move to the second quarter, we would like to just kind of give some updates on some other sports that went on this week, starting with boys soccer. Boys soccer, they played a tight match against Hillsboro, ending in a scoreless 0-0 draw earlier this week. They did have a big 2-1 win over Miami Trace last night. Senior night for the boys and the girls soccer programs will be on Thursday. They were on Thursday where they were recognized the outstanding contributions of those student athletes. Girls soccer, they traveled to Hillsboro for a FAC match. They drew an even on the night, 3-3 against the Lady Indians. But they did have a big 6-1 win against Miami Trace. Goals were from Luca Matisic, Sophia Humphrey, Abby Mustard, and a hat trick from Peyton Pryor. I saw a video of her. She put a really good header into the net. So well done by Peyton Pryor there. And we'll get to some other sports after we get a little bit of time here. Back to the action.
All right, so we flipped the field here, and Cavaliers back. Dowdy in the shotgun. Lee here on this side. He's going to go play action. Got some pressure, a little screen to Max Lee.
Frost tries to contain it, but he's going to split field there.
You got DJ Frox and Max Eikenberry. Nice spin by Lee.
Wow. Great move there by Lee at the very last moment. DJ Frost was about to come in out of nowhere.
Right.
Lee just had a great spin move.
Great play by Max Lee overall. I mean, saw the field really well. Went to the far side from us there and made a nice spin move there to get him a couple more yards.
That's the thing about every screen play you see. You know, it's not always your best athletes or your fastest players who are going to receive that screen pass. It's the guys with the best vision and who are patient and let those blocks develop downfield. And that's exactly what Max Lee did on the play. Reverse field, had a really nice play. So Dowdy will be back in the pistol formation with King out to the left. He hands it again to Lee. He bobbles it for a second, but he's going to be brought down around the yard of scrimmage there, line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Tigers did a good job of ganging in there and getting the stop. Now you got to think if you're Chillicothe, you're probably setting up a play action here. We're looking for an athlete. We just need to come up with a big play.
Yep.
You know, if we can get some pressure or get a hand on a pass here, you know, we're got our backs against the wall here with 10:50 left here in the second quarter, down 14-0. We need a big play here. Big stop on defense.
Great
was not
heads-up
ready for
play
that
by
snap.
Dowdy. He's going to roll to the left. Wow. Great pass from Dowdy to number 11, Cohen Butler.
Man, Chillicothe's really getting a lot of different players there.
Jeez.
Cohen Butler, a junior tight end, 5'11", 175.
Wow. I mean, there's so
that,
much.
That snap hit him in the helmet.
Yeah.
He was not ready for it.
There's so much praise for Galloway, and as there should be. He's a great athlete, but, man, Mason Dowdy's really impressing me just with his calm attitude and just his presence on the field tonight so far.
And in comes Siberl to kick off. The extra point looks to be good. The lefty with a big kick there. Yeah, Chillicothe with, as we're seeing here early, with a 21-0 lead, is using a lot of weapons.
They got him, too.
Yeah, and I thought the Tigers did a great job right there on that play. The snap hit him in the chest, that helmet, and still was – shows you how good Dowdy is there in the backfield. I mean, let's be honest. Chillicothe's going to give a lot of teams in the FAC problems.
Yep, they are, absolutely. And, it's – again, we keep mentioning Jackson. Of course, they have that really, really hard schedule. Jackson's going to be Jackson, but, I think this year out of most years, it's fairly wide open.
Oh, right.
A lot of different teams can get it this year.
Totally agree. Looking at strength of schedule there early in the year, I mean, Chillicothe, Courthouse, and Jackson have had really tough schedules.
Yes, they have.
We've had a couple of really big wins, as is Hillsborough. So, you just don't know. You got to lace them up. Miami Trace has played a pretty tough schedule. They're sitting at 2-3, and you just don't know. It's a tough league, and for us to go 4-1 in our non-conference schedule was a really big thing for us here.
It is, absolutely. Every single year you can count on the Frontier Athletic Conference to bring out some football players.
Of course, Siberl's kicked it into the end zone as two previous kicks.
Can't expect that to change. They're going to play a little trickery just to mess with us a little bit, but Siberl's going to line it up and kick. A little shorter this time. He's going to get it to Cummins. Takes it off the bounce at the 5-yard line. He's going to take it
middle, where he's met by a host of Cavaliers.
Solid return there, about 20 to 21 yards there.
It's like Packard Russell there, the senior, was in to lead that Cavalier stop.
All right, so Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25-yard line, 10:37 left in the half. Looks like Max Eikenberry will be singled out to the right. Dual running backs in the backfield with Stapleton. He gets it. He's going to hand off to Penwell.
That's Cohen 6.
Oh, that is Cohen 6.
Cohen 6. And,
Cohen 6 checking in for Stapleton.
Stapleton. We watched him hobble off there that play before, getting hit on the side on
Yep. So let's hope that Stapleton can.
He's on the sideline. Looks like maybe an ankle.
So that will bring up 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11 here. Once again, 6 in the backfield. Dual running backs, Potts and Penwell to his sides. Shotgun. Hand off to Potts. He's going to take it right. Shifts a couple. Picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Oh. Got a helmet come off here.
Number 56, Michael Stevenson's helmet came flying off towards the end of the play there. Looks like he's got to sit out a play here.
Stevenson, one of those linemen up front, has been very solid this year and helping the rushing attack. He's going to have to come off the field as his helmet comes off. It looks like maybe Stapleton is hobbling there on a tender left ankle on that play. So hopefully the sophomore 6 can come in and lead the Tigers downfield. 3rd and 9. Potts and Penwell in the backfield. He's going to pass.
Back to throw.
Oh.
Slant. But Netter there for Chillicothe. Doesn't let McCoon pass that 5-yard mark. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Yeah, tough break for the Tigers. Your junior quarterback has a great year. Kind of goes down with an injury there on that last play. And, you're asking a lot for a sophomore to come in a game like this. And
especially
it was
so
a good
many
thrown
athletes.
ball.
It was, absolutely. Timing just wasn't there,
Yes.
so if they can get that timing down, they'll have a good shot here. So Potts will be back to punt once again for the Tigers on their own 27-yard line. Got some confusion here by the Tigers. Looks like
We're going to have to take a timeout.
number 8, Tyson Nedler, was about to come in. So that will be timeout for the Tigers. Once again, we have Tiger trivia coming up here in just a few short minutes.
Oh, little homecoming trivia.
Little homecoming trivia. So bring your trivia hats. All right. While we're doing that, or while we're waiting, I should say, let's go ahead and read off a couple sponsors, starting with NCB. At National Cooperative Bank, their cooperative and community development mission has guided them for 40 years and is a critical component of what defines their institution. As part of its enabling legislation, NCB has an uncommon mandate to ensure their efforts benefit those most in need, supporting low-income communities and cooperative expansion initiatives. Whether you are a small business needing a loan to expand or an individual looking to open a savings account that makes an impact, NCB has solutions for you. NCB, located at 139 South High Street, Hillsboro, Ohio. NCB, thank you. All right, back to the action here.
Yep.
Potts will be back to punt. High snap there. He'll get it.
Netter back to receive, right to him.
And he's not someone you want open space
no,
here.
not an open space.
He is a quick guy.
And he's Potts with the hit.
Shakes off Potts
Eikenberry from behind. Oh, number 8 on the
brings
stop.
him down. Tyson Nedler.
Tyson Nedler. Wow.
Great return there by Netter. It looked to be about a 40-yard return, roughly.
Man.
Maybe a little bit less, maybe 30 to 35.
Potts got a little pressure there, and, punting, man.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task.
It's not.
And he kind of kicked a line drive right to Netter.
Snap was a little high again that time, so didn't help with the pressure aspect of it. So Chillicothe's offense will come back out. 1st and 10 on their own 10, so we'll just call it 1st and goal here. King split out left by himself. Lee in the backfield. Netter out wide to the right with Dowdy in the backfield. He'll receive it, gives it to Lee. Big hit coming in out of nowhere. Cade Sponsel.
And that's a name we haven't said tonight, but Cade Sponsel, great job up the middle.
Shot out of a cannon there.
Yes, he did.
Brought Lee down in the backfield.
And, hey, that's what we need, a little burst here. Cause a turnover.
If you're the Tigers here, you're down 21-0. Do you get a little bit of aggressive here? And
yeah, you don't really have anything to lose at this point. They got King on the right side. Looks like they got 17 Aaron Valentine here on the left with Lewis. Dowdy to pass to King.
King boxes out the defender, DJ Frost,
and
he ends up getting
another
in
Cavalier
for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's just a tough matchup for DJ.
It is.
DJ's probably, is he even 6 foot?
No, DJ, 5'8",
right.
5'9".
And he's going against the 6'5", 185 King on the outside.
It's like me trying to box you out on Wednesday nights. It's just not going to happen, man.
It's a horrible task for you. just think when you were in high school in the student faculty game and I was weighing about 340.
I might be able to get you in the open court. Probably not, though.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Sibrel back to kick for the extra point. And his kick is up and good. That will make your score 28-0. Cavaliers up on the Tigers with 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. As we have a second, Jared, if you wouldn't mind just maybe saying a little bit about volleyball from this past week.
All right, this week the Tigers were in action on Tuesday night as they traveled over to Hillsboro and got a big win on the road in straight sets. And then hosted Miami Trace, who I believe is the league leader, on Thursday, and we were dropped in straight sets. So boys golf is in action at the FAC tournament on Tuesday at Courthouse there at the Greens, and the Tigers came in 6th on the day. David Edwards led the way for the Tigers with an 89, and Robbie Wise followed with a 92. Leland Urey ended with a 106, and Jeremy Webb fired a 114. David Edwards earned all FAC honors for the 22 season. So congrats to David.
Congrats, David.
On that. And while the Cavaliers are teeing it up here, we'll come back with girls golf here when we get a next little break. So Siberol teeing it up, and what we've seen, he's been in the end zone. Last kick was a little short. Cavaliers bringing a little trickery there. Cummins, Eikenberry, deep for the Tigers.
All right, so Siberol's back to kick. Kick is up. It's going to be a short one. And Cummins will bobble it.
Kind of bobbles it. Get a hold of that ball. It's a little wet.
Shakes a Cavalier, but just can't get past number 62,
Stop there on the
Caleb
20.
Williams.
Again, he's one thing I'm noticing these players we call here for the Cavaliers is they're juniors or seniors. We're not calling too many sophomores or freshmen, and for the Tigers, we're junior, sophomore laden. For the most part, we got some seniors that have really given us some good time on the field. 6 back out for the Tigers. Number 6, Cohen 6.
Cohen 6.
The sophomore.
It's almost like that was planned.
Yes.
Weird.
Imagine that.
Weird.
He's got Potts to his right, where he will hand off up the middle with a little room.
Potts is going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards.
Oh, there's looked like a little hit there after the whistle, but again, that's those guys in the trenches fighting hard for the Tigers.
Yep. They're going to do it until they hear the whistle, and they might even give it a couple seconds after.
At this point, you got a sophomore quarterback that's coming in there. He's got 0 varsity experience. You got to hand off to 44 or 12,
yep.
And then hit him with a surprise if you can.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
just get those hands warmed up, hand it off, and then see where it goes.
Penwell and Potts in the backfield. Right to Potts. Up the middle where he breaks a big run. He's got Netter to beat.
And he's looking. Oh, he was sniffing that end zone.
Man, Andrew Potts. One thing, the Tigers are facing a 28-0 deficit. However, Andrew Potts, if nothing else, he has shown us that he is the real deal.
Absolutely.
The athletes that Chillicothe brings, what they've shown on defense, he has been able to gain yardage like he has all year.
Absolutely.
So another huge run for him. Not the speediest guy, more a powerful guy, but, man, huge gain
of what?
There.
Could have fooled me there. He
had one guy to beat, which is Netter, which we saw from when Netter had the ball earlier. He's a speedy guy.
He is a speedster. All right, 6 back. He's going to hand to Potts
Why not?
again.
Give him a dose of 44 up the middle.
Why not? Yep. Now he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, maybe 3. Again, positive yardage. Keep that truck
Keep moving
rolling.
that ball up the middle. Make them stop us up the middle.
If we have controlled anywhere this whole game on offense and defense, it has been up the middle for sure.
And this is a huge possession for the Tigers. I mean, if we can get a touchdown here, we will be receiving the ball at halftime.
All right,
6 under center there.
Penwell,
he's going up the middle. Yeah, keep fighting.
He's going to sneak 2 or 3 yards in on the play there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Man, what a nice play there. A little counter for Penwell. I mean, Penwell was smart by reading that. He was going to fight for the outside there. I think he saw that Chillicothe was lined up there on that edge and did a great job of bringing up the middle, getting us some positive yardage.
Absolutely.
6 back in the shotgun with Penwell and Potts behind him.
He's going to receive the snap, hands it to Potts up the middle.
Get a cup.
Once
again,
couple yards. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Close. 4th and Potts.
Very close. 4th and
That's
Potts.
a 4th and Potts.
Yep, we know what's going to happen here. There's no doubt about that.
Right. 4th and Potts is what everyone's thinking. 4th and Penwell with a counter wouldn't be a bad idea. But
4th and Cohen's, I should say.
6.
4th and 6, little play action roll out. Who knows?
He's going right under center. It's going to Potts.
It's going to Potts.
Yep. And
he's going to rumble and tumble. He's going to be close. There's going to be a flag on the play at the end. Looks like Galloway for Chillicothe maybe got hurt a little bit on that play.
Yeah, he's got
maybe
got
a stinger.
little. Man, this is not a good place for the Tigers to get a penalty if it is on the Tigers. We've seen a lot of little extracurriculars there after the whistle.
So that'll bring up less than 5 minutes now.
Galloway does not like what the officials are saying, so. Officials talking it over. Why are they talking it over? We were right. Potts up the middle. You know, Tigers went with a little different look, power look there. And
got to keep them guessing a little bit.
Right. As officials, you know, you got to realize these are high school kids out there, you know, competing and with the laundry on the field as they trying to figure out what they're confused about. So maybe it is a personal foul on both teams. I'm not for sure.
It might be offsetting. Who knows?
And they're trying to talk about what happens. Here he comes. 2 penalties, I think he said. Personal foul on us. Yep. Offsetting, I would think. First down.
All right, we'll take it. And you got to hand it to, to Cade Sponsel, Rocky Jeffers, Jaden Allison. You know, guard, center, guard. They're running up the middle. You know, obviously it takes the tackles as well to make those up the middle plays happen. But they're pushing those gaps forward, and they're giving Potts a place to run. That's all we can ask.
Exactly right. They're out there fighting. Those guys, you know, we're not out here saying, you know, Sponsel with the block on the right side of the line. You know, we're saying Potts. Those guys, they are opening those holes and doing a great job giving us a chance to put the ball in the end zone right here. And, you know, I credit the officials. You know, I'm a coach. Sometimes I can be a little critical of officials, but they took their time. They took their time, and they got that right. Absolutely. And you got to appreciate that.
Measure twice, cut once, right? All right, well, we got a little timeout in the action. We want to recognize one of our sponsors, starting with Quality Design, your one-stop shop in South Central Ohio for custom screen printing and embroidery, team uniforms and apparel, trophies, banners, and more. Find them today at 1270 U.S. Route 22 in Washington Courthouse, or visit their webpage at www.qualitydesign.com. We also would like to recognize CNC Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? CNC Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail, and you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel, great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, CNC, no matter how much I say it, I can't stop laughing. CNC is the place to be for a great cut and a great time. There you go.
You're going to be growing a skullet.
That's a balding joke. Thanks, man.
Here comes the Tigers.
All right, 1st and 5. I should just say 1st and goal on the 5. This is big for the Tigers, man.
Oh, huge.
Imagine if they can score here, get another big stop going in the half. Again, Chillicothe came back from 21 in the second half last year. So nothing saying that can't happen for us. Penwell met in the backfield, though, by Max Lee. Just nothing going there.
Oh, Max Lee. Great job up the middle there, stopping that penetration. If I'm McClain, it's 2nd and goal with the ball on the 9 now. I still like my chances. I mean, got this kid in the backfield named Andrew Potts, you know?
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. Anyway, let's see, 6 in the backfield with Potts out to the left. Penwell and Sykes out left. Pitch to Potts. He's going to find a gap there, and he's going to he's going to come so close to taking it in. Just can't quite get it in there. But that's going to bring some good yardage.
Okay. Credit Tim Gossett there on the play call. Something a little different.
Yes.
A little pitch to the outside. We've been giving him a dose of Potts up the middle all night and get him on the outside.
Absolutely. Great job by the line there, creating those gaps for Potts. Great vision by Potts.
Oh, for sure.
That'll be 3rd and goal. Ball on the, looks to be 3-yard line.
Potts and Penwell The backfield.
6 is going to receive. Ooh. Either a hard to tell what that was. Yep.
Goodness gracious. Chillicothe is giving us 6 points here. We got to take it.
Yep, absolutely. That might have. I think that was the third or fourth time so far.
Right.
So that's half distance to the goal here.
Hey, these Tigers are showing fight. We're going to go under center here with Potts in the backfield. Last time we did this, it resulted in a penalty. Hand off the Potts up the middle. Official saying he's down short. I just say give him the ball. To the window, to the wall. Let's score that touchdown.
All right, so 4th and 2. Here we go. Big play here for the Tigers. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in the half. And that will be a timeout called. That will be charged to McClain. That's their second charge timeout.
All right, well, we got this break in the action. We'll pick up with McClain Fall Athletics girls golf, led by Derek Lyons. Hillsboro, the Derek Lyons. He's a first year here coaching the girls golf. We're super glad to have him here in the high school as an English teacher. So we hosted, Hillsboro hosted the FAC Girls Golf Championship round at Hillsboro Elks Golf Course on Monday, September 19th. And, you know, my past is I've been the girls golf coach. Just super proud of this next line. Chillicothe won the 18 hole event. Golf's different than other sports. You know, most team sports, you do not like the other opponent. Golf is a little different. You get to know everyone out there. And this little young lady, Isabella Fisher, is just a great kid. And she shot an 84 to lead the individuals. And with that 84, she ended up being the player of the year in the conference. So super happy for Isabella. Chillicothe concluded league play with a 35-0 record. They shot a 372, followed by Jackson with a 441, Trace with a 502, Hillsboro a 504, and here comes McClain with a 506, followed by Courthouse with a 550. For Lady Tigers, Abby Lovett was a 128, Jacqueline Bowler a 125, Kate Barrett with a 148, Kaylin Sterling a 124, Mackenzie Corbin a 142, and Carrie Ann Todd a 131. So congrats to the Lady Tiger Linksters in the league there. I think they ended up tied for 4th. 6 under center. Potts.
Second effort. And
it's
he
a
got
touchdown,
it.
Tigers.
Let me see you
Yes.
clap, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. 6 for Potts for 6.
All right, so first touchdown on the board for the Tigers here late in the second quarter.
Hey, nice possession by the sophomore Cohen 6.
Absolutely.
You know,
managing the offense.
One thing, I'm guarantee I see his knees shaking out there, but he handled a couple bad snaps and was able still to get at the pot. So big possession there for the Tigers.
Absolutely. Yeah, great job by the sophomore there. Great job by the offensive line and Mr. Potts as well. Emerson Yates will be back to kick. Eichenberry to hold. Eichenberry's hold. Kick is up. Emerson Yates.
Yes, sir.
Never had a shred of doubt in my mind.
Yes.
He makes the score 28-7. Gives the Tigers a little bit of hope with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the half. While we have a second here, we want to recognize McDonald's of Greenfield. Everyone knows the Golden Arches for their perfectly crafted Big Mac and delicious fries, but more than the menu, McDonald's of Greenfield takes pride in the value they provide to the community. They're proud to support our student athletes and are dedicated to everyone who says, I'm loving it.
Very good, Nate. Cross country boys and girls Lady Tiger cross country team finished first at White Oak. Leading the way for the Lady Tigers with the first overall finish was Brooke Baldwin. Katrina Sturgeon followed in second place, and Sierra Barton was third. Rounding out the top 5 in the meet is Laura Barber with a 5th place overall finish. And the boys team finished second at White Oak earlier in the week. The finishers for the boys were Robert Surratt. He was followed by Eli Bogard, Max Colburn, Jesse Van Hoos, Lucas Howard, and Gavin McCoon. So congrats to the boys and girls cross country.
Congrats.
Led by the legendary
legend.
Steve Roble.
Yep. I've heard if you say Steve's name 3 times in a row, you turn to stone. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it. If you say it 3 times, he'll show up. Steve.
All right, moving on in the action. All right, here we go. So Emerson Yates is back to kick for the Tigers. Looks like number 8, Jet McAllister. Am I reading that right?
Mason down. No, I think you got Netter.
Maybe that's Netter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Netter.
Netter
and Lewis, and we're not kicking it deep. No flag on the – must have hit a Cavalier.
I think it did. It might have hit number 10.
Going to mark it. It looks about at the 40, which is not good field position if you're the Tiger defense.
No. Especially with this amount of time left on the clock. All right. While they are getting back into the action here, we do want to recognize another advertisement. First State Bank. First State Bank has been your community bank since 1884. They presently have 13 banking center locations in Southern Ohio. Being locally owned and operated, the goal of First State Bank is to enhance community and individual financial prosperity in surrounding neighborhoods.
The Cavaliers have Caden Eblin under center.
Oh.
He'll pass it to
number 17.
Valentine, who is met.
Reverse field.
With about a gain of 7 or so. Frazier
like
and Penwell on the
DJ
stop.
Frost
We got a Tiger
down on the field.
Oh, and a flag. A late flag come in there.
DJ Frost is down.
It seems like maybe he was hit late or blindside, crack block there.
It looked like a blindside, kind of crack, like you said, crack style block there, but that's just something you don't want to see ever, especially someone like DJ. All right, so while they are checking on Mr. Frost here, go ahead and read a couple more advertisements. Also, just want to remind everyone, Tiger Trivia will come up here soon. We got a real barn burner of a question.
Oh, can't wait.
Coming up. So.
I got a question for you
Uh-oh.
since it's homecoming.
Okay.
Stewart's Pharmacy. Are you looking for a pharmacy that does more than just hand you a prescription and a paper in a bag? A pharmacy knows you and your family members on the first-name basis. A place to get personalized care for people who go the extra mile for sure, for you. Stewart's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy. They are locally owned and operated and proud to bring you tailored care to help you manage your overall wellness from head to toe. Stewart's Pharmacy, located inside community markets in Greenfield, your neighbor pharmacy. All right, Nate, it's homecoming.
Let's hear it.
Who was the homecoming queen in 2003?
Oh, gosh.
And I'll give you a hint.
I would have been in middle school then.
She married up.
She married. Well, that's pretty hard to do in Greenfield. That's a joke on me. I just want everyone to know that. Man, I would like to say Michelle Detweiler back in the day.
But I said married up.
But you said married up, so it can't be that.
Michelle Detweiler Haynes, in fact.
2003 homecoming queen.
Yeah, and it was against Clinton Massey.
Ooh.
They played Clinton Massey,
yeah.
and I think it was actually before Clinton Massey was in the league because we were still in the SBAC. And her speech was, what's the word? Kill the bird.
That seems like something Michelle would say.
We had a conversation about that last night, so not a good look here for the Tigers with DJ Frost down. And there's a flag on the play, which shows you the seriousness of the play.
Right, absolutely. So I think maybe what we'll do just for a minute here, we'll cut out for just a minute while they're tending to DJ Frost. But once the action is back in play, we'll be back, guys. All right, we'll tune out for a second. See you in a second. and a couple of the coaches are getting DJ Frost up off the field, and they're going to check him out on the sideline there. We hopefully he will be okay, so keep him in your thoughts as we move forward tonight. DJ's a really fun kid to be around, and he's grown into, I think, a really good, fun young man to be around as well. So
right, and
keep your thoughts
like we talked about earlier, he's been big for the Tigers this year. He's
Absolutely.
drawn the assignment, and toughest receiver now, it's going to be Tyson Nedler. And they're going right at Nedler. Nice coverage.
Wow,
oh,
Nedler, great position.
Great coverage by Nedler on the play.
Absolutely. Coming in for DJ, not missing a beat there.
Right, Nedler doesn't get much time to figure things out. He goes right in there with great coverage against Chillicothe's best receiver.
Right.
And walking through the hallways, I'm going to tell you right now, Tyson Nedler is not as 6'5".
No.
So great coverage.
It's all about technique and position, and he had both of those there. So props to Tyson on that. That's just
Hopefully we move this ball back farther.
Once again, we're at the 3-minute mark here.
Personal foul on the
It's going to be a personal
Cavaliers.
foul on the Cavs.
Hey, we'll take every laundry we can get on the
Absolutely.
field at this point.
Absolutely. We got
Huge offensive possession, last possession, and this possession, knock on wood, but the Cavaliers haven't been in sync.
Absolutely. So we've seen stranger things here on the McClain football field. Let's hope we see some more strange things tonight. Maybe the Tigers can make a comeback here.
Right. Hey, 44 up the middle. Get a stop, 44
Yep.
up the middle.
Yep, get that stop one thing at a time, and then we'll see where it goes from there, right? So the
referees.
Look like number.
Oh, now they're going to call it on the Tigers
Oh,
as well, or just?
I don't know. They're going to move that up. So that is just going to be on the Tigers. You thought maybe it might be offsetting, but that was just a strange series of events there.
Well, I credited the officials earlier for taking their time to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of regretting that comment.
And it looks like number 4, Caden Eblin.
Eblin's going to stay in to lead Chillicothe.
Yeah, going to replace Dowdy, who's had a fantastic game so far.
Dowdy's on their sidelines. He looks like he's healthy. Maybe they're just trying to get Eblin some minutes here.
Yeah.
Meaningful minutes.
Yeah. We'll switch up here.
Looks like he's got 34 next to him. Oscar Morgan, a senior back.
So a couple new faces in the backfield here. He's going to get
quick
it
out to Lewis.
Miles Lewis there.
Oh, we got a holding. There's a flag on the field. Good. And
pretty
there's
blatant
another
there.
one. We're going to have a holding. Caden Pinwell couldn't get loose there.
Good play there by Caden Pinwell, drawing that penalty from the Cavaliers. You know, we talk about discipline for teams and how they get penalties sometimes, but sometimes it's the athletes on the other side of the ball that force those penalties to
the
come into
personal
play.
foul penalties, there's no excuse. You know, after the whistle penalties, we I always tell my girls, we got to play harder than the other team. We're not good enough just to show up one. Same thing.
Right.
We're not good enough to give those penalties away in a game like this. We have to make them earn everything they get.
We have to play smarter and be in better position for sure.
For sure.
So the Tigers
Eblin will stay in.
They're going to bring some
handoff,
players
and we
into
got
the
some
backfield.
pressure.
They're going to bring him down, sacked in the backfield.
By Yates.
Camden Yates.
Pressure there by Jaden Allison.
Connor Frazier also in there on the pressure.
Looks like we're going to have an injury on the field for the Cavaliers. And, I'm trying.
Or I'm sorry, that was not Connor Frazier. That was Robbie Wise, 62, coming out. Causing the pressure there. Emerson Yates cleaning it up. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 13. Ball on the 45, 2.5 minutes left to go in the half. And it looks like number 50 for Chillicothe, number 50, Jacob Lemaster. Big 6'3", 235-pound lineman there. He's going to come out walking on his own 2 feet.
I'm going to keep Eblin under center here. Dowdy still on the sidelines. Looks like maybe Chillicothe's going with some of their backups early.
Yeah, new faces in the backfield.
Bad snap. They're not on the same page. Eblin
Might
in
have
the
been
backfield. Pass downfield. No good.
Chillicothe just not looking in sync on this drive so far. Great pressure there by Aaron Doomey. That will bring up a 3rd and long on the play. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
3rd down here, big third down here for the Tigers.
Absolutely,
right.
They have another shot. You know, Potts has had plenty of big plays so far in the game. You always have Max Eichenberry. I know you got Cohen 6 back there. He hasn't thrown a pass yet, but there's a first for everything, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Big play here. They got to take care of business here first,
Fake
though.
handoff. We got pressure in the
Doomey
backfield. Huge sack for Doomey. Luke Doomey with the pressure, man. He's been on that edge all night, and he was able to get some pressure and get a sack. Timeout for Chillicothe.
Officials timeout. Oh, just kidding. A Chillicothe timeout. So that's going to bring up 4th and very long, about 4th and 25,
he said 2 minutes
4th and 30.
on the clock.
That's going to be at our 2-minute
Kind
mark.
of wondering why Chillicothe would call a timeout.
Your guess is as good as mine there.
Hey, we'll take it, right?
We'll
take the backup
Absolutely.
quarterback coming in the second quarter, and
you
know, and hopefully we can. Dude, our kids aren't going to quit.
No, they're not. No.
And you know, we talked in the pep rally earlier today. Coach Penwell talked about that. Like these kids have heart.
Yep.
We might not be bigger than everyone. We might not be stronger than everyone, but we are not going to quit.
Certainly not. And, you know, Luke Doomey made a speech during the pep rally today, too. He essentially reiterated the same thing Coach Penwell did. They got heart.
Right.
We may not be as fast. We may not be as big, but there's some heart there. All right, so that will bring up a 4th and 30 here as we're waiting here. Let's see if I can get another sponsor read here, starting with Burger King. Founded in 1954, Burger King is the 2nd largest fast food hamburger chain in the world, the original home of the Whopper. Their commitment to premium ingredients, signature recipes, and family-friendly dining experiences is what has defined the brand for more than 50 successful years. At BK, you can have it your way.
All right, they're going to have here you go. You got Dowdy coming in to pose as the punter.
That's interesting.
Or he's the punter.
Who knows?
That's number 8, correct?
Yep, that is number 8.
High snap.
Dowdy's going to punt.
He's going to punt it.
Great pressure there by Jaden Allison.
It's
That's
just
going to be a short punt.
Out about the 40.
So pretty decent field position for the Tigers.
Here we go.
Yep, minute 52 left in the half. You've had some big plays already. Always that possibility.
Yeah, one thing to note is we do have a sophomore quarterback who hasn't really been in this position, but, you know, last possession, Cohen did a great job of handoff right, handoff left, and, you know, we have seen him attempt a pass tonight, so it is not out of the question.
It can't be.
So he's going to have Penwell and Potts next to him with McCoon on the far side, Eichenberry and Sykes out this way, and
Penwell
we're going to go
up the middle.
Penwell.
He's going to pick up about 3 to 4 on the play.
We're going to have to get back to the line.
So, you know, we talked about 6 coming in kind of out of nowhere for Drake Stapleton. He's handled a couple high snaps really well, but this is the part here where you've got to calm everybody down. Even though you're the guy coming in, it's always the quarterback's responsibility. So this will be interesting to see what they allow him to do here.
Right. We got Burchett on the far side with Eichenberry and Sykes on the near.
Six back to pass.
Going to throw.
Quick snap. That's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by number 44, Max Lee.
And that's going to be a pick 6.
There is a flag on the field. We'll see what the flag is for, though, first. This could be big for the Tigers, but I don't think it's going to go the Tigers' way here.
I don't think so either. Chillicothe looks very happy over there.
Yep, judging by body language alone. All right, so that will make your score. If the touchdown stands, of course, that'll make your score 34-7. I believe that touchdown is going to stand because they are walking that way.
Yeah, and of course I'm not watching that side of the field, watching the play.
Right. All right, so it looks like Sibrel will line back up to kick with Eblin to hold.
And I'm not for sure that that penalty hurt the Tigers. I mean, Lee had a wide open.
Right. Yeah, he was taking that back from the start. There was nobody on that side. Man, what turned into a lot of possibilities there for the Tigers ended pretty quick there. But again, we're throwing a couple guys in here who just don't see the action and the game speed. They don't get those same amount of reps that the first stringers usually do. So it does make a big difference here.
And we went a quick slant across the middle, and Lee just did a good job of jumping it. And as the officials figure this out.
All right, so while we're waiting on the decision from the officials, we'll go ahead and read an ad, a sponsor. Moss Burger and Spitzman, located 1101 Columbus Avenue in Washington Courthouse, is home to Moss Burger and Smithson. Proud to be your certified public accounting service for tax prep, accounting, or financial planning. Let them take care of you so you can take care of those that matter the most. Moss Burger and Smithson.
That call is going to be a personal foul against the Tigers. I think we were holding out hope it would go both ways, but it did not.
So once again, referees are conferring now with Coach Penwell. Crowd's starting to get into it a little bit. That's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, you got a quarterback that hasn't thrown on Friday nights, and
yep.
Can't be too mad.
All right, so once again, your score 34-7 with a little over a minute to go in the half. Once again, not sure what the holdup here is. I guess they're conferring with Coach Penwell again. So, while we are once again waiting on the the referees here, I'm going to go ahead and say some more sponsors. Starting with Collins Septic, proudly serving Fayette and surrounding counties with complete septic tank and restaurant grease trap cleaning. Collins Septic is ready for your call when you're backed up and the stuff hits the fan. That one always makes me laugh too. Call them today at 740-706-8536, Collins Septic. Southern Hills Community Bank, located in the heart of Greenfield. Southern Hills is truly a community-minded bank, whether for personal or business banking needs. SHCB does it all. With locations all across Southern Ohio, you're bound to find a friendly face that can help with your financial needs. Southern Hills Community Bank. And we are still waiting for the refs to confer here. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Rusty Keg. Everyone loves Rusty Keg. Here we go. If you need a hot meal or a cold drink, the Rusty Keg is the place to stop. Their menu boasts plenty of options that are sure to satisfy your taste buds and quench whatever you may be thirsting for. Stop in during the week or after the game to the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse. Jared, I'll have you take over some sponsors. I'm parched.
Sims Family Golf Center. Whether you just want to hit a bucket or take your game to the next level, Sims Family Golf Center can make it happen. Stop out to their facility on Hall Road to work on your putting, short game, or even swing the big stick. LPGA Pro, my girl, Sharon Sims, can even give you a lesson to get you shooting lower and enjoying the game for years to come. Stop out the Sims Family Golf Center and see Sharon, or take your $5 and get you a bucket of balls. Fayette Eye Care. At Fayette Eye Care, they pride themselves on providing the highest quality of eye health and vision care in both service and products, and producing educated, loyal, confident patients. They do this an organized, dedicated, and caring team of service providers ready to serve you. Dr. McDonald and Dr. Hammond are both local and offer services from comprehensive exams to common eye conditions, including glaucoma, macular degeneration, and cataracts.
Congratulations on saying that right. Diabetic
Visited him
retinopathy
today.
and cataracts. Visited him
To
today.
start seeing more clearly.
I can't read that either, dude.
I mean, I could, but, you know, David told me to let you read that earlier today, and I didn't realize it until I started reading it.
That's why I gave it to you.
And I was like, this isn't bad. And then I turned the page.
All right, scores from around the facts so far. At the half, Jackson is up on the Miami Trace Panthers 21-7 at half. Hillsborough and Courthouse are also facing off tonight. Right now it is 29-0 at the half of that game.
Of course, we're 35-7 here at McClain Field on a nice, cool night. A lot of breaks in the action. This game is taking a lot longer than it needs to, honestly.
Yeah, I've got to wake up early tomorrow, man. Let's keep this thing going.
Just got a text there from Chris Fitzpatrick that he's tuning in there.
Big shout out. That's our boy.
I didn't even know that North Adams and Seaman had internet or service where he could hear us, so I'm glad to hear that. Unfortunately for us, he's been replaced by Maddie Shoemaker, who is,
fortunately,
in our FFA program is. I asked her to give me some results from soils today, and she has not, but we miss you, Fitz. Super happy to have Maddie here at McClain staff.
Absolutely, yeah. We've had a couple former McClain alum as well, Chantel Landrum.
Yes, so, that's
these guys are making me feel old. They were part of my first class I taught. So
yeah. I'm 40. I'm a man.
I'm a man. I'm 40. That you are. All right, back to the action here. Your score again, 35-7.
Looks like Chillicothe is going to have Deacon Crawford to kick.
Little change up here. He's got a leg on him,
well,
too.
Of course, he's
he
kicking
did scoot up.
He's kicking from the 45.
I forgot about that. You are correct, sir. Still a good kick there.
Tigers with 1:07 here to march down the field. 6 back in to huddle up the troops. We've had a couple injuries to the Tigers tonight. Stapleton and DJ Frost.
And we would also like to remind everyone that at half we will have our Tiger Trivia, but also the pride of Highland County themselves will be playing the McClain Tiger Marching Band along with the Tigerettes.
Yep.
Make sure to tune in. Always a great show put on by them.
Pinwell to the left side, seal the outside.
All right, good tackle there.
By
good
Lucas
run there.
Sprague, 6'1" junior. Yeah, he made solid contact and was able to bring Pinwell down.
All right, so about a 11, 12-yard gain on the play, but the clock still runs.
And if you're McClain, the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over right here. You know, let's
hand it to 12 or 44 and see what happens.
Score or take it into halftime.
Hand off to Caden Pinwell. He's going to take it about 2 to 3 yards on the play. And clock ticks away, 35 seconds left. That will bring up a 2nd and 8.
Maybe look for like a pitch on the outside. If we're not going to pass it, maybe a pitch to the outside here, get Potts in space.
So we're under 20 seconds to go here. You got to think this will be the last play of the half.
Got Eichenberry here on our side. McCoon the other way. Oh,
high snap,
but Potts has it secured up the middle, and he's brought down by Silas Henson.
And that will bring you.
There's a flag on the play.
And a flag.
We'll see if this will move it the Tigers' way. Yeah, it is.
So that will move up the Tigers just a tad bit more here. 5 seconds left to go in the half. Got to think Tigers will just stick with running the ball here no matter what. Oh. So first down for the Tigers.
Well,
now you never know.
We got 5 seconds. You got the ball.
Maybe you give the young guy a chance to chuck it up, see what happens. Little annexation of Puerto Rico here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Center keeper. It's the Josh Heyer special in flag football.
Give it to Rocky Jeffers.
Yep. Let him go.
Let him go. We love Rocky here. All right, so 6 will line up in the backfield. Shotgun, Penwell, Potts off to the side. Eikenberry out alone to the right. Got some big, tall boys back there for Chillicothe. They're probably going to drop 4 deep.
Going to 44.
Shakes and bakes a little bit. He's going to pick up about 10 yards, but that's just going to pat the stat line. That will get us to the end of the half here. Your score, Chillicothe 35, McClain 7. All right, so with that being said, before the bands play, Brad, also we got to mention once again, thanks to Brad Rowland, our guy behind the 1s and 0s here on the stream. Brad, if you wouldn't mind, let's go ahead and get Tiger Trivia knocked out. That way we get some guesses here. Tiger Trivia for the night is sponsored by Roofex in Leesburg, Ohio. They are sponsoring a $20 or $25 gift card, $25 Visa gift card. Also, the winner from last week, Mr. David Weeks, has your card as well in his truck, so we will try to get that to you still. Okay?
If he doesn't spend it first.
If he doesn't spend it first, yep. Okay, so Tiger Trivia. Let's see what we got here. So, Tiger Trivia question for the night is, how many permanent seats are in the McClain Auditorium? Now, this is a Price is Right style question. If you get as close as you can without going over the actual number, we will give that to you. Okay, so Price is Right style, how many permanent seats are in the McClain Auditorium? We're not asking you how many seats are up in the sound booth or in the pit. How many permanent fixed seats? So,
and go.
Yep, you will leave your answer in the comments. You only get one try, so think about it a little bit. Closest will receive the $25 Visa gift card. We will announce the winner at the end of the 3rd quarter. So you have till then. Good luck, guys. May the force be with you. We'll come back after the bands play.
The Chillicothe High School Marching Cavaliers. The 2022 Chillicothe Marching Cavaliers consist of 44 members and 6 seniors. This band show this year brings out the inner nerd in all of us and features music from famous video games and movies. Our first selection this evening is from Final Fantasy XIV, titled Dragon Song. Music is arranged by Luke Furness and Mark Reynolds. Drill by Michelle Turon and color guard choreography by Lauren Welsh. The band is proud to present a segment of their 2022 competition show titled The Tale of the Dragon.
Their last selection tonight will soar you to new heights. Here is music from the movie, How to Train Your Dragon. Tonight's soloists included Aaron Ballantyne on mellophone, Nadia Hendershot on saber, Noah Jones on trumpet, Lily Deli on flag, and Muriel Ingale on flag. The band will compete in their first competition of the season tomorrow at Portsmouth West. We are wishing the band the best of luck. Let's hear it one more time for the Chillicothe High School Marching Cavaliers. Go Cavs!
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band is under the direction of Rick Duffus, assisted by Skylar Mag and David Weeks. The Tigerettes are advised by Toddy Weeks, and our majorette advisor is Fiona Gilbert. The majorette captain is Skylar Mazo. Our Tigerette captain is Rochelle Priest, with co-captains Abby Mustard and Vivian Dennis. The assistant field commander is Emily Howard, and our 2022 field commander is Ava Calhoun. We start homecoming by stepping back in time 50 years to recognize our alumni from the class of 1972 with the first single from the Eagles. Whether you're running down the road trying to loosen your load or standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, you can always take it easy. It's homecoming at McClain, a time for moments and memories. So tonight, we celebrate homecoming by welcoming back members of our alumni band, Silks and Tigerettes, to join us on the field one more time. We welcome back alumni from the 2020s, the 2010s, the 2000s, the 1990s, the 1980s, the 1970s, and the 1960s. And what better way to rally all of our Tigers, young and old, than with our high school and alumni playing Hail McClain, Hail! And now we all get fired up to a McClain staple featuring our alumni Tigerettes. Here is Survivor's classic Eye of the Tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Highland County, your McClain Marching Tigers, Tigerettes, and alumni. While we prepare to get the second half underway, we'd like to let you know that we have tonight's Tiger Booster Tiger Club winners. If you're a member of the Tiger Club, you'll be taking home one of 3 cash prizes. Tonight's $25 winners: Richard and Lynn Catherine. $50 winners this evening: Esther Bisbal.
And welcome back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. We are about 30 seconds or so. Actually, it's going to be a little bit more. Players just came back out. So we got a couple minutes here. Score at the half is 35-7. Chillicothe up on McClain. Jared, you know, we saw some good things from the Tigers in the first half. You know, they marched down the field on their first possession and just couldn't quite get it done on 4th down. We saw a big 4th down run by Andrew Potts to take it into the end zone for the Tigers' only score so far. But, you know, we've just seen some athletes doing athlete things for Chillicothe so far. And, you know what, looking in the second half here, we're down 28. What do you see as being some key points for McClain to focus on?
Yeah, I thought that possession where it was 28-7 and we had Chillicothe kind of backed up a little bit and gave up a big play, that would have been huge for us. But, you know, it's Potts up the middle. You know, that's a key. And, again, stopping them from getting big plays. And, I think that's a huge key to this game. And, you know, fighting through injuries. Looks like Drake's taking some snaps down there, seeing if he can go. But, you know, I don't know how much I would push it at this point with, you know, 4 more league games in a row.
Right, yeah. So, you know, Tigers find themselves in a couple quandaries here, but, you know, again, not impossible. We saw a similar comeback last year from the Cavaliers in the second half.
Right. Yes,
so,
for
again,
sure.
got to hold out
you know,
hope.
you did see from Chillicothe kind of, you know, they put their backup in and they weren't playing some of their starters there late in the second quarter. So, not for sure how they'll come out, but, you know, Dowdy's had a great ball game, you know, when he's been in there. He's super effective, and he's a big athlete with a good arm and great vision downfield. And
yeah, so far I'd have to give the nod to player of the half to Dowdy.
Yeah.
Just some of the things he did to extend plays, the way that he kept the offense calm, even when he was under pressure. He's threw some dimes. Great player. It's been fun to watch him. You know, I hate to say that. I'd love to say the opposite, but it has been fun to watch him tonight so far.
Right, and he's controlled the game. Probably one of the better athletes, I would think, under center in the league. I know Jackson has a Jacob Winters who is going to OU, but I would say he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league for sure as far as athletic ability.
Absolutely. So about a minute left to go in halftime. Once again, big shout-out to the McClain Tiger Band and their coordinator, Rick Duffus. Big shout-out to the Tigerettes and Miss Toddy Weeks under her coordination. Once again, great show, and we might add as well some McClain alumni were out there. And so who did we see out there?
It's a great night for the alumni to come out, but, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our very own Quincy Gray out there on saxophone. I heard she'll be set up in the parking lot. Taking donations.
She'll have a guitar case out there. Throw some quarters away.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you know, it's great for the alumni to come back and see that. And like I told you out there, it's cool for a kid to see, wow, you know, she was marching on this field many moons ago. And, you know, what can I do with my future? So that's pretty cool. Not too many moons.
Not too many moons. I mean, let's clarify. Yeah. Not too many moons.
Make sure I have a job on Monday morning.
Jeez. All right. So, again, in case you didn't get a chance, our Tiger Trivia question was how many permanent seats are in the McClain Auditorium? We've had some people come really close thus far. No winners yet, though, everybody. So hang tight. Give it a guess. There's no loss on your part if you just guess. So, remember, can't go over the number. Try to get as close as you can. Price is Right style. Again, winner will come into the third quarter. All right, and as Mr. Weeks is dying down the Tupac, a little California love here, the second half will begin here with Chillicothe kicking off. Cummins and Eikenberry back to receive for the Tigers.
I think Stapleton was trying to go there on the sidelines, but it doesn't look like he's going to go.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you said, I think it was an ankle. Probably just got twisted up in a heap of man. So
give it a week to rest, and he can come back next week.
Absolutely. All right, so looks like Sibrel will be back to kick for the Cavaliers here. And he's had quite the leg on him so far tonight. And he's going to boot it again into the end zone for a touchback. McClain will take over on their own 20.
Here comes the offense, led by sophomore Cohen 6.
Cohen 6. So you got to think, again, McClain's going to give it to the steady one here. He's going to give it to Andrew Potts. Up the middle, he's had some success. He's been able to bounce it out to the sideline a couple times tonight for some big plays. So obviously we'll see what happens here. Again, sophomore Cohen 6 filling in for junior Drake Stapleton at quarterback. He'll receive the pitch, and Potts will be taken down for about a 1 to 2 yard gain.
He's met in the middle by Trent Rose of the Cavaliers. So we come right out here in the second half, and we try to give him a dose of 44 up the middle, which as we expected.
Never a bad idea. Number 57, Trent Rose for Chillicothe on the stop.
6 being the shotgun with Pinwell and Potts next to him as well. Burchett on the far side. Oh, snap over his head.
There. Heads up play by number 12, Caden Pinwell.
Not how you want to come out of the locker room if you're McClain.
No. And those snaps have gotten a little bit higher and higher as the game goes on. Again, Rocky Jeffers, he's a senior. Has done a really good job all year with the snapping duties. Maybe just a little off tonight, but again, he's a senior. He'll get it back.
Like I said, I don't know if the change in the weather has anything to do with that, or Potts alone, tailback, and it's going to him.
He's going to sneak inside the tackle there. Big hit by number 11 there from Chillicothe, Cohen Butler, coming in and finishing the play. And that's going to bring on the punt team. So that'll be 4th and 8. No, I'm sorry.
Netter will be back to receive the punt. Andrew Potts. And, you know, as far as getting back into this game, not something you want to, not the possession you want to come out of the locker room and have.
Right.
Yeah, if you look at the top of your screen, you got Matt Shelton in the end zone. Oh.
Of course, our distinguished guest for tonight. filling in for you earlier on.
So we have a bad snap and not the kick that we would want.
Again, Potts under pressure there. Chillicothe's done a pretty good job on special teams so far tonight, bringing that pressure. And like you said, punting's a hard job. We think it's so easy because we watch the NFL and college, and they've got it down to an absolute science. But, you know, in the high school game, it can go south pretty quick. So Potts has been pressured on that.
It just goes to show, you know, one, you got to have – there's a lot of factors that go into it with snap, exchange, like everything, and it really matters.
Absolutely.
So
Tigers in a tough spot here.
Chillicothe coming back out with Eblin under center and Oscar Morgan in the backfield.
Eblin's looking for the miscommunication there from number 18, Lucas Sprague.
Again, Tigers got to take advantage of this here. Chillicothe's not on the same page right now with their second team.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever got a sense or a reason why Dowdy's out. He was having a great game. Could be a small injury or something like that. But, again, Dowdy was undoubtedly having a great game.
Sure.
At 34, that's Morgan up the gut. He's going to pick up a couple, 2-3 yards on the play before being
stopped by
brought
Pinwell.
Down by Pinwell.
Good job by Caden Pinwell there to meet him there in the middle. It'll be a 2nd and 6.
So
3rd and 6. Make that a 3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers with Eblin under center.
Ball's on the 11-yard line, so they are knocking on the door.
He's got Sprague out to his left.
He's got a couple wide receivers out to the right here. He's
There's
looking
some pressure. Right. Oh, miss. Oh.
Ooh, he might have still caught that.
No, the receiver slipped on the play. That's 88, Elijah Hardesty, the 6'1 junior. And, you know, they are making a lot of substitutions, but a lot of these kids they're bringing in are juniors. So, you know.
Yeah, we've said it already. A lot of them are juniors and seniors on this Chillicothe team. Hardened vets.
Chillicothe's coach Bartholomew is bringing a lot of subs in this game, and they're going to try to kick this field goal about a 28.
28, yeah, roughly 28.
28-yard.
Sibber will be back to kick. Snap to Eblin.
It's a missed snap.
Good recovery there by the holder Eblin, though. And that kick is going to be good for 3. All right, so that will make your score right now 38-7. Cavaliers on top with a little under 9 minutes to go in the third. With that being said, while we got a break in the action, we want to recognize Fayette Eye Care. At Fayette Eye Care, they pride themselves on providing the highest quality of eye health and vision care in both service and products, and producing educated, loyal, confident patients. They do this with an organized, dedicated, and caring team of service providers ready to serve you. And we totally already said that ad because you guys are laughing at me because of the big words I
keep
can't
going.
even pronounce. Well, that's embarrassing, folks.
We didn't mark that one off.
We did not. Man, they all just look this. I can't differentiate them. That was so embarrassing.
Cavaliers a kickoff. Cummins and Eikenberry back again to receive for the Tigers.
We have not mentioned the VFW Post 4736, though. They have made contributions to the welfare of our nation and its disabled veterans during 50 years of dedication to the high ideals of the veterans of foreign wars. Post 4736 has been proud to serve veterans and the community since 1969. Thank you to the VFW.
The V.
The V.
Oh, Chillicothe with a little trickery there once again. Declan Crawford to tee it up.
All right, so we're seeing some different guys tee it up for the Cavaliers. Might have some soccer players on their team they want to see kick. Who knows? Great kick there. Solid kick.
Off Cummins' leg. He picks it up. He's going to go to
He's
the
gonna
other
go,
side,
though.
and he's got a seam. He's got one to beat.
And take it down around
just
the 38-yard
short of the 40.
line.
Nice.
Sometimes those little bumbles back there, they make the defenders coming down the field think they have a little bit of confidence to come down and maybe make a big hit. Sometimes they have that over pursuit though,
right,
where someone like Cummins, who's a pretty decent athlete, can take advantage of that. So
right, good,
great vision and
good blocking by the Tigers there.
Great lanes there.
Good field position. 6 once again under center with Potts beside him. We're going to have a timeout for the Cavaliers. They have 10 players on the field. I think that's maybe why.
So that will be Chillicothe's first charged timeout of the half. McClain has not used any of their timeouts thus far. Jared, have we done easy oil change?
We have not. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you better.
Easy?
You better say this with some passion there.
This is where I go, easy oil change. If your car or truck is nearing that time for an oil change, you can rest easy, knowing that the folks at Easy Oil Change have you covered. Pull in their headquarters on State Route 22, and they can have you in and out quickly, conveniently, and with the peace of mind that you're getting the quality service you deserve. You'll say, woo-wee! That was easy. Stop by and see the guys at Easy Oil Change.
Woo-wee, indeed. All right. And I can attest, easy oil change, man, you're in and out in like 10 minutes. It's pretty impressive.
My wife just went there, and she said it was 6 minutes.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Tigers, maybe 5 minutes. Tigers back out, 6. It takes the snap, hand off the Potts. He goes left side, and he's met by a host of Cavaliers.
If you didn't get a chance to watch the beginning of the stream, we would like to again recognize our freshman homecoming attendants. Miley Lovett for the freshman, Piper Davis for sophomore, Luca Matisic for the junior attendant, and Brindley Bergstrom for senior attendant, along with the Queen's attendants, Ava Beatty and Vivian Dennis. And of course, we cannot forget our homecoming queen herself, the Honorable Maddie Wheaton.
Congrats to those young ladies.
Great group of young ladies there for sure.
6 with Potts and Pinwell at his side. Takes a high snap. Potts up the middle, and he's should have the first down. And he's brought down by number 23, Anthony Smith, a 6-foot sophomore. First down Potts. And, we've seen Andrew have a couple long runs, and he's definitely been a bright spot for the Tigers. I mean, you hate to harp on that, but, credits those line guys up front, opening a hole or two, and, he's able to get 5 just after contact, it seems like.
Yeah, great run by Potsy up the middle there. 6 is back in the shotgun. Might have been a false start, but they got away with it. Caden Pinwell's going to take it for about 1 to 2 yards on the play.
Nice run.
And once again, we haven't seen any big plays up the middle like we were seeing in the first half. I guess we've seen a few. But, again, just harping on hit that middle.
Yep.
It's there, definitely.
We're getting positive yardage, and that's all you can really ask for. You got a sophomore signal caller in there, and he's doing a great job. He's having to handle some snaps that are errant, but Tigers doing a great job. 6 under center again. Takes a snap, high snap. Looks like he's going to drop back the pass.
He's going to chuck it down to Max Eichenberry.
Oh! And I think we caught the Cavaliers a little off guard there with the pass. We're giving them run up the middle, and Eichenberry had a step. That was a nice pass by 6.
It was a great pass. He put it to where it needed to be.
He's the only guy that could get it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what you want from your sophomore quarterback. Great pass there by 6. Just couldn't quite haul it in by Eichenberry.
Credit the Tiger line. Gave him plenty of time to throw.
Absolutely. So this will bring up a 3rd and 9 with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We are, I believe, at a running clock since it is over a deficit of 30.
6 to pass. He's going to be outside the pocket, and he's going to run.
He's going to take on 2 Chillicothe defenders and be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
He's stopped by Lucas Sprague and Anthony Smith.
That will bring up a 4th and 9. So 4th and 9, and it looks like the Tigers will bring out the punt team here.
Try to see if we can get him deep here. It looks like they're going to have Cam Badger back for them. He's a 6-foot sophomore.
The Honey Badger.
Let's hope he doesn't run like the Honey Badger.
Let's hope not.
Snap the Potts. Better snap, better kick, and it's going to be over Badgers. Badgers going to let it hit.
Good punt, good coverage.
We need to grab it. Nice punt.
That's going to be down at the 1, maybe 2 yard line.
1 or the 2 yard line. Great punt. So a great job there by Andrew Potts on the punt. And that'll bring out the Cavaliers offense. That'll take us right to Sitterly Insurance, giving you the coverage you need for over 60 years. Sitterly Insurance is a pillar of stability in the Greenfield community. For more than half a decade, Sitterly Insurance in Greenfield, Ohio has been providing drivers, homeowners, farm owners, and businesses in Highland and surrounding counties with responsive and personalized insurance services to meet a variety of needs. As an independent insurance agency, they'll help you find the policy that best suits your lifestyle and budget. Sitterly Insurance can help you find solutions customized to match your present and future needs. Stop into their office on Jefferson Street, or you can visit their website at www.sitterlyinsurance.com. Chillicothe with the handoff up the middle. Somehow Luke Demme comes out with that ball, but
a lot of wrestling going on under that pile. All right, so Chillicothe's going to retain possession there. No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're saying the ground caused it. Ball just inside the 2 yard line. And they have Eblin back under center.
Last time the Cavaliers were pinned back, they had Dowdy pass it in the end zone.
They're not afraid to throw no matter who the quarterback is.
They are not. I think they got 2 pretty solid quarterbacks there, even with Eblin.
Oh, not the best.
Oh,
and there's a pass completed to Elijah Hardesty, and he is brought down by a host of Tigers. Had him in the end zone, and we just couldn't bring him down. And
great play by Eblin there. He made something of absolutely nothing there.
Yes, he did.
Number 88, Hardesty.
Hardesty, yes.
We'll just call it Hardesty. Great catch by him. All right, so Cavaliers will take over on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 to go. Running clock. Medley and Nedler out at corner for the Tigers. Eikenberry back deep. Going to hand it off to Morgan.
Flag on the play. Hoping for a false start. Let's get it right here.
And that will take the Cavaliers back 5 yards, as that will be a false start, it looks like. And once again, it looks like most of the Cavaliers starters are out of the game at this point, as are just a couple, maybe a handful of the Tiger starters. And it is confirmed that
Not
is a
for
false
sure
start.
why that took so long to figure out.
I think ball was on the 14. That should take it back to the 9-yard line here.
1st and 15 for Chillicothe's offense. Valentine out on the far side.
Spragg
Elijah
out
Hardesty.
wide.
Looks like it's going to be there in the slot. Oscar Morgan in the backfield.
Out of the pistol set here. Hand off to Morgan. He breaks out
Oh.
to the right. Good play by number 24, Emerson Yates
Nice
there.
play for Emerson Yates.
Emerson's had a pretty
He has.
solid game. I
He
mean,
stuck some hits.
He has, absolutely. He's had some hits in the backfield.
They're moving
He's
moving.
tracked down a couple big plays that the Cavaliers probably could have scored on, so.
They're inside the 3-yard line here. 2nd and long for Chillicothe. Eblin again under center.
Pistol set again
Oscar
with Morgan in the
Morgan
backfield.
behind him.
He's gonna
Eblin the
look
pass, and he good pressure there by Luke Doomey, forcing him to get rid of it a little sooner.
Hayden Heiss on the coverage for McClain, number 29. Looked like Eblin was looking for a little back shoulder, maybe a quick little out there, just wasn't on the same page as the receiver. All right, so this will bring up a 3rd and very long, 3rd and 20 to go.
Huge stop here for the Tigers.
Absolutely. Again, never count them out. Definitely have an uphill battle for sure, but there's still time on the clock, so they're going to keep playing. All right, Heiss will remain on the outside along with Nedler
Doomey
on the
with
other.
pressure, hand off. Nice stop by the Tigers.
Stuff in
Host
that middle.
the Tigers.
Once again, Tigers are owning the middle.
Looked like 63. Connor Frazier, the sophomore.
He's had Connor's had a great year this year so far.
Man.
Had the big pick 6 in the very first game of the year that helped the Tigers claw past the Adena Warriors, and really hasn't lost a beat in my mind. He's really plugged the middle really well so far this year for the Tigers.
Here comes the punt team for the Cavaliers. Earlier the punt was Mason Dowdy. Looks like they've kind of given him the rest of the game.
Number 55, Carter Boltonhouse, coming back in. And they're going to call the play dead. Timeout, Chillicothe. With that being said, we have a second to read off some sponsors. So we want to thank Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationship. Community Savings Bank's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and here in G Field, Ohio. We also want to recognize Fayette Carpet, name brand products at competitive prices, expert advice from friendly people, stylish design made easy. At Fayette Carpet, you'll get all that and a huge selection of carpet, hardwood, tile, and more, plus window blinds, cabinets, and countertops. They've stocked all the necessities to make that home remodel go smoothly. This family-owned business has maintained a reputation for reliability and always being upfront about services and prices. Give them a call today, Fayette Carpet. All right, so 52 seconds left to go in the third, 4th and 20. Chillicothe brings out their punt team. Punt is up by number 55, Boltonhouse.
Pressure by Doomey. Get out of the way.
Go, don't touch. Ooh, heads up play
nice
there.
footwork by Emerson Yates.
Yates with the quick feet, chopping around. So that will take a Tiger bounce here, and that will put the ball on the 31-yard line. So Tigers, good field position with 37 seconds left to go in the third. Try to read you off some scores here for some local games here soon if we can. All right, so Tigers will take over again.
Great field position for the Tigers. We got Doomey and Cummins in the backfield.
So we're getting to see some mix-ins for the
handoff to Luke Doomey, goes up the middle.
Shuffle.
He's still on his feet.
Doomey.
That's going to be a Tiger first down.
Doomey's also had himself a heck of a game, mainly on defense, but then we just saw a great run by him too.
Oh.
Yeah, so that little ooh that we just heard from Jared,
Yes.
we got some games tonight going on again. Miami Trace is trailing the Jackson Ironmen 21-28 in the fourth quarter, so that might be a good game to tune into here shortly. New Richmond is playing Western Brown. Of course, we like that Western Brown team because they do have a pretty good quarterback, guy who just set the all-time passing record in Ohio, so that's pretty cool. Zane Trace is up 34-0 on Westfall. Just kind of scrolling through here, see if we can find any ones here. Bethel Tate's up on East Clinton 41-0. And your Washington Blue Lions beat Hillsborough 42-0.
And another one there is Uniota 42, Adena 0.
All right, and as we've said that, the third quarter ended with a score of 38-7. Cavaliers are up. Brad, it is about that time to announce the winner of Tiger Trivia. We're going to try to determine that real quick if we can. So Brad's going to work on that. Again, your Tiger Trivia question for tonight was how many permanent seats are in the McClain Auditorium. We've had some really close ones. We've had one person, they were within 10, but they went over. So bummer there. All right, so looks like – so I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and read off the answer here as Brad's finalizing that, and we'll go ahead and get to the winner here in a second. The answer for tonight's Tiger Trivia question was 549 seats. You want to know how I know that? I counted every single one the other day.
Life of a tech teacher.
Brad said that he's surprised I can count that high.
Back in action here as Six gives the handoff to Doomey. They get a gain of about 2 or 3. It's the start of the fourth quarter
Still
here.
Determining that
See
winner.
the Tigers trailing Chillicothe 38-7. At this point, the Tigers just want to try to get out of this game with as many healthy players as possible. We've seen a couple key injuries tonight. Six under center, takes the snap, hands off to Cummins. He's on the edge on the outside, and he is brought down by
fumble there, but it went out of bounds.
19, Gage Miller with a fumble, but it went out. Good job by Connor McCoon, blocking on the edge.
And without further ado, I want to go ahead and announce the winner of our Tiger Trivia for tonight. Again, our sponsor for that was RoofX. They're giving a $25 gift card. Sean Hickok, very much thankful for that. Our winner is Shelly Cummins. Shelly Cummins is our winner of Tiger Trivia tonight. Her answer was 500. Of course, the amount of seats was 549, but we cannot go over, and she was the closest. So, Shelly Cummins, congratulations. We will get a hold of you, or you can get a hold of us through the messenger, and just let us know how we can get you your gift card. So once again, congrats, Shelly Cummins.
Tigers give the ball up the middle to Doomy for a gain on the play. Ball on the 2-yard line. 6 takes the snap. Hand off to Cummings, and he's in the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Well, if you have the last name Cummins, you're having a good night, scoring a touchdown, winning Tiger trivia. Riley Cummins with the big score for the Tigers. That will make your score 38-13. Chillicothe still leading.
Good job by the Tigers, bringing in a couple substitutes, but the line's holding. Line held up there for a touchdown for the Tigers. A little sophomore, Riley Cummins, who's had a great year.
Absolutely.
For the Tiger football team, and he gets rewarded there with the touchdown here under the lights. I'll bring Yates in to attempt this extra point.
Hold steady, Eddie Emerson.
I can bury the hold. Snap.
Kick is up.
Ooh,
low kick, but it's good. I know that I missed a game last week, but I'd be hard pressed to find if Emerson's missed an extra point this year. I could be wrong.
He missed a 1 or 2 last week.
Did he? Okay,
yes.
okay. That's the one I missed. So once again, still having a great year, getting those extra points in.
Just to see he's back this week and doing a great job there for the Tigers. So we got a 38-14 score, 9:55 left here in the fourth quarter of play here at McClain Field. Homecoming night for McClain. Lots of alumni here in attendance here in McClain Field. The Tigers, like I said earlier in the broadcast, they're not going to quit. And they're going to keep coming at you. You know, credit Scott Bartholomew, who has subbed, put some substitutes in early for Chillicothe, getting some of his backups, so to speak, some time. And
yeah, we're always cheering for the backups no matter what team you're on.
They need that experience. For a program to continue to get better, you got to get every kid an opportunity that you can. And in a game like this where you jump up that big and your offense is really gelling, you got a chance to do that. Now the Tigers are going to see their backup kicker, Seth Weller, come in. He's going to kick off here for the Tiger. Weller, another soccer player.
Squib kick.
Squibbed a nice
one.
And he struggles with it, but he falls on top of it.
Number 85, Wesley Scott for Chillicothe.
Another junior.
Great squib kick there by Seth Weller. Put that right where he needed to. Gave the Tigers a chance to make a big play there. All right, so the Cavaliers will take over.
Looks like
on
Eblin
the 34-yard line.
Eblin's still going to be leading their offense, it looks as if. Tigers with some subs here on the defense.
So once again, silver lining from a game like this is that, you know, subs from both teams get to see their time on a Friday night.
Eblin under center. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off up the middle to Oscar Morgan. T.D. Matisic on the stop. And number 19, Eli Douglas, freshman and a sophomore on the stop.
T.D., of course, the son of Blake Matisic. Great football player here at McClain in his own right. Hope you're listening tonight, Blake, or you're here maybe.
Here's the handoff once again to Morgan. He's going to bounce it out to the outside, and Eli Douglas is going to pull him down on the sideline. So the freshman, Eli Douglas, getting some time here on the field under the lights and making the most of it.
So that will be a first down for the Cavaliers. The ball will be placed on the 40-yard line. Once again, we're seeing a lot of subs for both teams.
Eblin takes the snap, handoff to Morgan up the middle. He's being chased down by the Tigers. Brakefield trying. And he's finally taken out of bounds.
Look like number 29, Hayden Heiss.
Good job by the senior, getting some time here.
Hayden Heiss, of course, a soccer player. He's one of those dual sport athletes. Heck of a soccer player. Always love watching Hayden and also Seth and Emerson Yates play. Brakefield comes out.
Snap to Eblin. He hands off to Morgan. He's chased to the outside, and it looks like he's going to scamper in for a touchdown.
Be a touchdown. All right, so that will make your score 44-14. Chillicothe up. And that will.
You know, Chillicothe had their mind made up that possession. It was going to be handoff 34 up the middle.
Yep. And two very similar plays. Actually, maybe 2 to 3 similar plays there. Hand up. Off up the middle, bounce to the left or the right, just makes a big play. And again, that's just kind of the story we've seen all night. Chillicothe just controlling those edges with their athletes, doing a good job.
Crawford in to attempt the extra point. Eblin to hold.
Number 5 in motion for Chillicothe there, lining up. Eblin will receive.
Oh, a bad snap.
A little miscommunication there. Oh. Crawford gets pummeled by a McClain defender there.
Zane Adams.
Zane Adams coming out of nowhere.
Welcome to the lights, Zane Adams. My guy.
My guy. You will never meet anyone else in the world quite like Zane Adams.
I think his sister could have maybe threw a harder hit on that one, but I'm just kidding, Zane.
He's not Zane.
I said his sister, not Blake.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so that will retain your score at 44-14 Chillicothe here with 8:58 left to go. 30-point lead, so they will be having a continuous clock starting now. Looks like Cummins and number 21, Tanner O'Connor, are back to receive the kick for the Tigers. If you lose cell phones,
we've had 3 cell phones.
Make sure to bring them up to the press box. We love getting cell phones up here. We've only had 40 of them.
We get one more. We can open up an AT&T store.
That was
David
a great
Weeks
joke.
up here
David
with jokes,
pulling some zingers out. Opening up AT&T stores. I like it.
Declan Crawford to kick it off. Tanner O'Connor.
He's going to pick it up.
To the
Ooh. Getting hit pretty hard there by number 5 from Chillicothe.
Cam Badger.
Cam Badger, the Honey Badger.
Yeah, and the problem there is he kind of didn't handle the kickoff very well, and
yep, spun right into it.
Well, we got an ID. Hold on. From North fucking Dakota. I can't pronounce this.
All right, so the Tigers will be out to the field with 6. Continuing to take the snaps. He's got O'Connor behind him and Rader beside him. T.D. Matisic wide and Zane Adams in motion. 6 takes the snap.
Tanner O'Connor runs it to the
left. The outside.
Another spin move. Just nothing
going. He's brought
going
down
there.
by number 28, Julian Woodfork, the freshman. Tigers moving the ball. 2nd and 8.
Clock still running. Jared, do we have a JV game tomorrow? Do you know off the top of your head?
With Chillicothe's numbers, I would assume so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
6 with Raider, and now Eli Douglas in the backfield. They switch positions, lines down. 6 takes the snap.
High snap again there.
Douglas, and he is going to be brought down by Wesley Scott.
And again, you can tell an age and maturity difference out there, even with the second team for Chillicothe. It still looks like they have a bunch of juniors and seniors.
They did.
Out
that
there.
was a junior on the stop. Looks like they might bring in some freshmen here in this possession.
Owen Sykes will come out for McClain, as will Douglas. That's one name that we just didn't hear enough tonight, I feel like, was Owen Sykes. You know, it's just one of those things. He's a great athlete, big body. Like to try to get the ball in his hands maybe a little bit more, but his time will come.
Raider up the middle. He is met at the line by a host of Chillicothe Cavaliers. Brought down, and looks like we will elect to punt here. Getting some freshmen, some quality minutes here under the lights here, 44-14. If you're just joining us, Chillicothe has been in control since the first half. As their starting quarterback, we haven't seen since mid-second quarter. Back to kick for the Tigers is Hayden Heiss, senior, who we discussed earlier, was a soccer player.
Ooh, really high snap.
Over his head. He gets it off.
Gets it off somehow. It might have been tipped a little bit there.
And it's going to go out. It's still rolling. And it's picked up by 78 Gunnar Bodie.
Gunnar, of course, one of those players on the offensive line, one of the frequents that we see there. Also, just I think a really underrated player. He's improved a lot since last year. So, Gunnar Bodie, shout out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've discussed this line and and what they meant this year. But what goes, what I've noticed is the weight they put in the weight room over the summer and the strength that they built, and it's kind of given the success that they've had so far this season.
Absolutely. All right, so Chillicothe will come back out on offense. Let's see.
They are
looks
going
a different quarterback this time. Looks like number 25. 25, Tyler Speakman.
They both of them are looking at each other. They don't know which one's quarterback.
Do you want to be quarterback? No, you.
That's
what I look like.
Let's get to some of our other sponsors here. McCarty Associates. For over 50 years, McCarty and Associates has completed innumerable commercial, industrial, and residential projects for their clients, and they are happy to meet with you and offer their expertise. They offer a wide range of engineering services to meet your project needs. Years of experience with project design, management, and site analysis allow them to implement affordable and robust engineering solutions. Whether you're looking to develop a new commercial site, roadway, or mark a property line, you can rely on McCarty Associates to give you the information you need. Visit their website at McCartyAssociates.com for more information. Shout out to Britton Haynes.
Shout out,
Britton. Big dog in Hillsborough. Handoff to number 19 for the Cavaliers, Gage Miller. He is a senior running back.
Good run there by Miller.
And it looks like Eblin came back out to hand that off.
While we're shouting some people out, we do want to give a big thank you to Mr. Bill Barnes for helping mark out the football and soccer fields for this season. Bill, of course, works with all kinds of lasers and robots and everything else under the sun you can think of to accurately mark things. So big thanks to him, and I can't forget Mr. Travis Snyder as well. Thank you, Travis, for painting the fields that Bill marks.
And that'll again be a handoff from Jet McAllister to Gage Miller, and the senior will trot into the end zone for another Chillicothe touchdown. It'd be 50-14. As Nate mentioned, we do have a running clock here.
And that will put Chillicothe at the half-century mark for the game with about 4 minutes left. We also want to shout out Vanessa Pinwell and her cheerleading squad as well. Vanessa, the past couple years, has done an absolute great job. Really just that whole Pinwell family. They're busy bees during the fall season with Vanessa being cheer coach and Keith, of course coaching football. Also, Kendall, I believe, coaches volleyball. So
they're going for two. Jet McAllister bounces out to the outside, and he is stopped by number 76 for the Tigers, Blake Shrout.
Sophomore Blake Shrout getting some action.
Jim Van Dyke's Automotive, a family-owned and operated auto repair shop and tire center located in Washington Courthouse since 2001. Jim Van Dyke's is the place to go when your vehicle needs service. The team at Van Dyke's is courteous and knowledgeable and will treat you like a friend when you come in for an oil change or complete overhaul. Give them a call, 740-335-2000 to schedule an appointment. Got to talk about Quality Paving. Quality Paving is a family-owned and operated business. They've served Southern Ohio for 12 years with one goal in mind: to provide their customers with a project to be proud of. Quality's attention to detail is second to none, and they feel that your investment in your driveway, parking lot, or road needs to look great and last for years to come. Cutting corners is not an option. They complete each project with the best material to ensure a job well done every time. They look forward to working with you on your next project. Call today to meet with an estimator, 937-402-8553. That's Quality Paving.
Call our boy Matt or he.
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice down there coaching up
down
the Tigers.
On the sidelines. And Heath McNeil and the wonderful staff that they have.
Shout out Josh Morrow.
Josh Morrow.
Hey, we're giving shout outs.
Yeah, he's the motor.
Yeah, he's the motor. I'm shooting for the moon.
He's the brains. Matt's the mouth, and
he eats the muscle.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Crawford will be back to kick, along with Cummins and Medley back to receive for the Tigers. All right, Crawford's kick is up, and it will go to Cummins. He had a good return last time.
He's going to bring it to this side, up the middle, finds a spot.
Snaked his way through a couple defenders, but eventually brought down around the 21-yard line.
Nice stop by 62 for the Cavaliers, Caleb Williams.
All right.
Six.
First
going 6. We got a lot of action tonight.
Absolutely. That's a good thing.
And it looks like he's going to come to the sidelines.
Looks like number 19,
Eli Douglas is 19. It looks like he is going to be the signal caller for the Tigers.
Just a freshman. So Eli
He's got Rader, O'Connor beside him, Matisic out wide.
He's going to get the high snap.
Adams. And
just can't seem to get it past that Chillicothe line.
The line is not being able to hold up there. That's 80 Milton Beverly on a stop. The running clock, 3 minutes.
So Tigers are going to take their time getting the play in and out. Dalton Rowland, freshman, coming in to give the play. And number 18, Brandon Green. Sophomore. Once again, silver lining. Guys are getting to see some action tonight. If there's anything that can come out of this, it's always that. All right, so be a pistol set with a back beside him to the left. Douglas receives the snap, pitches it to O'Connor, shakes a couple.
Yeah, finds a hole, and
he's going to pick up about 7 on the play. Good run there by O'Connor. Found that lane. So he will be brought down around the 20 to bring up a 3rd and 12. So, Jared, who the Tigers got next week?
Travel to Washington Courthouse, I do believe.
Should be fixing to be a good game.
Courthouse with a big win tonight over Hillsboro.
42-0, I think.
Oh, and there's a snap over the head of Douglas. Raider falls on it.
That will push the Tigers back about 15 yards or so.
Clock is ticking with 1:20 left here in this game. 4th down. You would think would call for the Tigers to punt.
And they are indeed going to bring out the punt team. A lot of those starters are coming back out for that.
Well, with where we are right now on the
Absolutely.
field, you want to make sure you get a good snap and are able to get a kickoff.
Absolutely.
50.
Key here is the Tigers got to get a good snap. A lot of these snaps, especially in the second half, have been a little high, both in the shotgun and in punts. So it looks like Owen Sykes will be back to punt the ball for the Tigers.
Sykes.
High snap again. He gets it off clean, though. That's going to travel about 35 yards in the air.
43.
Wow, he's shifty.
Cannon Smith.
Cannon Smith takes the risky punt. He had a McClain Tiger defender very close to him, but makes something out of nothing.
That's probably going to bring this
Got to imagine they'll just
to
take
a
a
close.
knee.
Yes, they're going to meet at midfield and shake this one up.
And this will conclude our game tonight. The final score for the evening for this homecoming night will be McClain 14, Chillicothe 50. So once again, not what we wanted to see, not what we expected, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yes, for sure. And, you know, a couple key injuries to our offense. Of course, Drake being knocked out there in the first, at the end there at the second quarter. And, you know, that injury to DJ Frost, we wish those two kids well, and hopefully they're able to bounce back. But, you know, there's next week. Got to get his coaching staff will improve them and coach them up, and hopefully they can come back next week and go to Washington Courthouse and compete for a victory.
Absolutely. And, you know, the road doesn't get a whole lot easier from here for the Tigers, but, again, Coach Penwell will be the first one to tell the boys sometimes you got to embrace the suck and just love the journey along the way. So the Tigers can definitely pull some victories out if they have that mindset. So once again, we'll let the McClain alma mater be sung and played by the band. Just some closing remarks before we leave here tonight, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, like we said at the beginning, our kids weren't going to quit, and you know, Chillicothe's offense was just a little too much for us tonight, and kids kept fighting. Some of the good things, thought the line held up, and Andrew had a couple of nice runs up the middle, and but all in all, you know, injury goes to our quarterback and you're behind and you need a couple throws. You're asking a sophomore quarterback to come in that hasn't really had any exposure under the lights, and it's tough.
Absolutely.
It's tough. And
it is.
I credit Chillicothe, their coaching staff, and their team. They're going to compete for FAC title, that's for sure, and we wish them nothing but the best. But we got to keep our heads up because we know that next week is a huge game for us. We're traveling to Washington Courthouse, so good luck to the Tigers.
Absolutely. We'll let the alma mater play, and we'll come back at you with some final stats and get off of here. right, so that was your McClain alma mater once again on this homecoming football game night. Some quick box scores, stats, and we'll get off here. Chillicothe led on their opening drive 7-0 with a Mason Dowdy 1-yard run. Next possession, Mason Dowdy had a complete pass to number 12, Trey King, for 9 yards to make the score 14-0. Next, Mason Dowdy in the second quarter early on had a completed pass to number 11, Cohen Butler, for 16 yards for the touchdown, made the score 21-0. Next, 8:06 in the second quarter, Dowdy's pass was complete to Trey King for 9 yards for the touchdown. After that, McClain's Potts ran the ball in for 1-yard touchdown with 3:27 left in the half. But unfortunately, Drake Stapleton's pass intended for a McClain receiver was intercepted by Max Lee and returned for a touchdown to make the score 35-7 with a little bit to go in the half. Field goal by Sibrel in the third quarter. Riley Cummins then ran the ball in for 2 yards to follow that to make the score 38-14. And then from there, Oscar Morgan and Gage Miller both had closing touchdowns for Chillicothe to make the final score 50-14. Passing numbers, Dowdy had a fantastic game, 13 for 16 for 263 yards and 3 touchdowns. Drake Stapleton was 0 for 5. Tough night for him, especially getting injured there. So, again, we wish him a speedy recovery. Rushing for Chillicothe, Oscar Morgan had 6 attempts for 61 yards and a touchdown. Dowdy, 2 attempts for 8 yards and a touchdown. And Gage Miller, 2 attempts for 29 yards and a touchdown. Rushing for McClain, Potts, 22 yards, 22 attempts, 214 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Tavion Galloway, 2 receptions for 63 yards for Chillicothe. And that will pretty much wrap up some of the stats. So, again, tough night for McClain. We do wish the students a fun and safe homecoming dance tomorrow. Of course, I can attest to this. I know they had fun this week on Spirit Week, so we're glad that they're getting these opportunities and making the most out of them.
For sure, it's a game, and you learn from it, and you go back to work for next week, and then you just have fun and have a safe night tomorrow night and make memories.
Absolutely.
Go Tigers.
Memories. Go Tigers. We'll catch you for the last home game of the season here in a couple weeks versus Jackson.
Thanks for having me, Nate.
Absolutely. Jared, thank you. Brad, thank you. David, Drew, thank you guys. As always, you guys have done fantastic. Guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.